To say Mersh's life is going poorly would be quite an understatement. In fact, it'd be an underscore. In fact, I feel like I should underscore Mersh in some sort of way here. You see, for the past few months, Mersh has been fighting with his internet service provider, and, you know, his job, technically speaking, is the internet. So he kind of needs the internet in order to live, and there's a whole other problem going on as well. He's been gambling all his money away. Now, probably what doesn't help the most, on top of everything else involved in this story, is that Mersh was already broke as a joke. So when every single week Mersh gambles the little bit, the pittance of truly, I mean, pity money, pity donations that his groomed e-waitress audience decides to give to him in the hopes that he can still feed his cats, not himself. He could go a little while without. And that little bit of money he gets every single time, it goes to, 1, fighting his ISP, and 2, virtually gambling. In fact, virtual reality is maybe the worst reality for Mersh that's ever existed. Mersh has been trying to escape his real reality, you know, leaping from couch to couch, like some sort of quantum sofa show, each time hoping the next couch will be the couch home. Every single day of his life is spent trying to escape the horrors that are his real world. His size, his eyes, his thighs, his cats. The point is, Mersh has turned to a brand new place where he hoped that things would maybe finally start to pick up for him. And that place is a place filled with 12-year-olds, and it's called VR Chat. Take a look at this. Here's Mersh, and here's what he's been doing for the past 2 months, I believe, while his internet's been going in and out.
Does Liberty Prime detect communists? Socialized healthcare does not count as communism. Liberty Prime being ignored by women. Women identified as threat. Non-voters identified.
What is happening? I thought you were upstairs. You sounded so far away.
Liberty Prime is gigantic.
You are gigantic.
I get it.
True.
Liberty Prime identifies female voters. Female voters identified as threat. Liberty Prime. Communism. Censored.
Good one. Killing this, Mersh. Oh, and they forgot you were there. You're a giant robot, and they still somehow forgot.
Now I have to.
Now he's got to change into a new guy. In fact, Mersh has found the newest way to keep changing into a new guy. Mersh's way of changing into a new guy now is by literally changing his avatar, and he still manages to get ignored by all the 12-year-olds and all the females in sight. VR Chat is not safe from the Podawful cult. This is Podawful.
Okay, I gotta shut the door. I can't do this anymore. I can't fucking do this anymore, man. I can't.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, henchman. Hi. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, man. I'm Joe Rogan, man. Oh, cool. Okay, happy to be here. Welcome to Podawful. I'm your host, Jesse P.S. Henchmen are here. Thank you so much. We're live over at Podawful.tv. Been doing daily shows. Been, people are loving it. Oh my God. These shows. Am I right? You guys liking the shows?
Yeah.
Amazing. Beautiful.
You can call in over at podawful.com/Discord. We got a live chat room going on right now. See what people are saying in there. I have bonitis, somebody says. Should we hit one of the Mersh things? How about this one?
Jesse made a good point tonight, and I hate to say, it pains me to admit it, but when you're right, you're right.
No, yoinks. Yeah, I got a lot of good points actually tonight. You're human trash. Someone says in the chat room, I love Daily Show. Let's fucking show. They're saying, thank you guys for tuning in. I knew that this one would be, this would be a tough one because yesterday we had such a big show. It's going to be kind of hard to live up to. Ethan Ralph, Milo Yiannopoulos, Vito.
Well,
Vito. Moonbase looking good. Thank you so much, Josie Pill OD in the chat. Josie Pill. You guys know what that's a reference to?
Yeah.
fish tank.
Josie Pill. Okay, so anyway, it's time for a new identity. Anyway, share that show, podawful.tv, hit like, let's get some people in here because, there's no following up from this must be what Ethan Ralph experiences all the time, where he's got like some big name, big guest on the kill shelter, and some guy comes on and everybody tunes in, and then his next episode, he's got nobody, and there's like one guy watching. So, hi, welcome to the one guy. I mean, it's a Mersh episode, so like I guess we've got a built-in audience for this one, but it's kind of just the retards that would be around anyway. Welcome. Okay.
Imagine if you did the Comedy Shaman episode.
Holy shit, dude. All right, well, listen, I shouldn't even get into this. What were you going to say, Eric? Wait.
No, just as a follow-up to that, Comedy Shaman, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be so funny. People would be so pissed.
We shouldn't even discuss these things right now, to be honest, because listen, I told you guys at the beginning, this is an experiment, okay? We're experimenting with something. You don't even understand what you're watching, what's going on right now with the past weekend. Dirk knows. Dirk understands. Yeah. Can you believe that? The only guy who really knows what's going on right now is Dirk. It's almost, yeah, it's scary.
Frightening.
It's almost too much to bear. Anyway, so I want to get into this Mersh stuff here. In fact, we should really finish out this clip because one of the things you need to understand about what's going on with Mersh right now is that all of this stuff, this VR chat, there's a few things happening, a few reasons for it. The main thing is, I predicted it many moons ago, Rumble would crumble. And we were right on the precipice. And of course, Mersh and Royce's contract with Rumble did crumble. It's over. That happened. I was waiting. I've been waiting the whole time for like some big Rumble thing to happen so I could do an episode called Rumble Crumbles. And it, unfortunately, part of my prediction was that, Rumble would be dead within a year unless an angel investor came in and saved them, scooped them up. And that happened. And so now what they're doing is they're spending money like literal slobbering, goo-brained, pants-shitting retards. And they spent, I don't even know, millions to acquire. And this is a bizarre move. I'm actually on Mersh's side with this. Very strange. They were like, you know who we need? Who will save the platform? Dr. Disrespect. And of course, every child on VR chat was like, huh? What? And it started getting a little creepy. So Mersh has like lost his mind over this. He lost his contract. Dr. Disrespect gets one. It's for millions. Dr. Disrespect is getting no views on Rumble. I even tuned in. Have you guys checked it out at all? Have you looked at it?
I haven't at all.
So
nope.
He's getting like 4,000 guys watching. For Dr. Disrespect, that's nothing.
That's Rumble views too.
And that's Rumble views. And Rumble views are, if you don't know this, and this is going to floor you, Rumble views are fucking fake!
I'm a killer gorilla.
Since when?
Since always.
Oh,
That's less than 10 times what Mersh gets. That's crazy.
So obviously Mersh is losing it. Even Mersh finally had to like have a little come to Jesus moment and kind of go like, these numbers aren't real. Did I ever play that on the show? I think I did. Even he has finally admitted like Rumble's botted. And one day it's all going to come crashing down. It's going to be spectacular. They're going to be sued. The government is going to be coming after them. It's going to be really, really bad. You know, they're a publicly traded company, which shouldn't be possible. That's psycho right there. That was their first mistake, to be honest. Their second mistake, hiring Mersh. So Mersh has like lost his mind. And, you know, he's always getting banned on Twitter. And whatever his last account was, I guess got banned again. And he made a new account. And by the way, every time he comes back to Twitter, there's less and less and less people following him. And I think the reason, is it fewer? Did I just fuck up? Jesse, talking is your job. Anyway, people aren't following him anymore. I think what happens is every time he gets banned, @_Mersh scores a new follower. They're like, oh, we found him. Here he is. This seems just like Mersh. He's posting clips of Mersh. This must be Mersh. The only guy who would post clips of Mersh. Turns out there's two guys. So,
that other one.
No, I just mean
you.
I thought you were talking about Crystal Crocodile. Crystal Crocodile. That
Crystal
fucking
Crocodile. Yeah, Crystal Crockett. What was going on there? That was a whole fucking to-do. That was a scary. That dude ripped off a joke from my show, turned it into AI art, and then sold it on Zazzle on a t-shirt. That's like a crime and a half. And then had the nerve to say that my merch is bad and no one would buy it. He was selling 6 t-shirts of AI art with a joke from my show on it. 6 of them. Not one of them sold, of course. Like, come on. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We're getting into the weed. If you have no idea what we're talking about, good.
Yeah.
So Mersh lost his mind. He makes a new Twitter account. He calls it Goonin' on Rumble. Now we know what he means, but does he know what it sounds like when you're a Podawful goon and you make your name Goonin' on Rumble?
Podawful one. Podawful one.
It's insanity. It's virtual insanity.
I'm a lolcow.
New one to the board. Hey, we like that one? That's a new one to the board.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Very
a
nice.
cow. Throw that one on again, actually.
I'm a lolcow.
Yeah. Okay, by the way, we might have some more strokes tonight as well. So Mersh has been fucking losing his mind over this. Like, the dude is in a bad place. So bad, in fact, that I would like to do with Mersh. You know, this is something I do with all the goons every time I possibly can. I never want them below a certain threshold of bad. Okay? People think I want them all the way here. They think I want them here. All the way down at the bottom, right on the top of my weird screen. And I want them here. It's not very good, but it's slightly high. You thought I was going to go like this. No. Right about here. I want them right around here. That's going to play well with the audio people. So Mersh has lost it. He's losing all his money. He's literally every single day complaining about being broke. We were watching him last night on Nightwave Radio, my show, and we noticed that not only was he like desperately, oh my God, I've never been so into sports until last night. Okay. The Clippers were playing the Miami Heat, and I think it was the Heat's home game. They're on home turf. And I don't know, is this basketball, by the way, the people I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I wasn't watching the game. I was watching Google and just watching the points go up and down. Mersh said he had basically his entire life savings riding on the Clippers. And I was going, no. Ah! Unfortunately, the Clippers did win, so that stung. I've never felt so excited about a sport in my life. I might start doing what I refer to as anti-gambling, which is where you gamble against another guy and only that. It just whatever he all of his picks, I pick the opposite and hope that I'm a luckier guy than Mersh. And by the way, I am. So I guess
That's
Mersh.
a great idea.
Huh?
That's a great idea.
I think-
mean, just
Yeah, that'd be fun. Right? We should all do that.
keep track of the
Is-
total.
Yeah, is there like a website that lets you like track bets and then you just enter in the opposite bets of Mersh and see what we would have won compared to him?
We got to figure this out. If there isn't, we got to make that website. I don't know. What is somebody in chat or does anybody here know what the site is that like he talks about the site. He uses like mybookie.com or some dumbass shit run on a Russian server that, they probably promote on kick.com. Hi, Kick, by the way. We're live on Kick. I never look over there. Are there any children? Whoa. Oh, yeah. Kino Casino's probably live right now, huh? I don't know if you know this, Kino Casino's having the craziest episode they've ever done in their lives right now. I saw
Was it Podawful's episode from last night? Their episode tonight?
Well, we could tune in and find out. I never look over at the Kick chat. So if anybody's watching on Kick, we love you. We respect you. Have fun on your island alone as your ice flow as you drift out the fucking sea, man. Do you guys know what he uses? What Mersh uses for the thing?
No.
No,
Yeah,
for betting, no.
All right. So they're saying in the chat, my bookie.
Okay.
My bookie. Brilliant idea, Jesse. We will make millions. This is it. I think we need to start. Like, imagine like the karmic like fueling against Mersh of just all of us betting wildly against him. I'm not talking, don't bet your fucking shirt. We don't want to become degenerate gamblers either. But just every time he bets on something, we just put a little bit, every single one of us, on something. Maybe we make a big pool of money just to show Mersh exactly how fucked up his entire life is. And how dumb he's. I don't think Mersh, by the way, knows anything about sports or watches them either. So we wouldn't be that different really from what he's up to. Anyway, so Mersh's life is so fucked up. And
I mean, he spent Christmas alone too.
yeah, he didn't even. Because here's the thing: he used to go home for Christmas, but like, who's he? He's going to visit a graveyard at this point. Where's he going to go?
Mm-hmm.
He's either going to visit a graveyard or a haunted house or like, his molester, which we will. Don't spoil it. We're going to talk about that. I forget what I was even talking about. What I was thinking. Oh man. This is classic. This is some classic Mersh stuff going on right now where we're having fun. And
with Mersh, shit.
It's
been a while.
This is feeling good. This feels right. I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling pure and right and righteous right now. I feel like I've got the angels on my side right now on this crusade against Mersh. But I do want to build him up. I feel like we should get him, just like with Ethan Ralph. You got to build the goon back up because then it's funnier when they fall back down, They can't just be at a baseline of horrible all the time. That's like Chris Chan. That's like Perry Caravello. It makes you hate watching, if you don't know, Perry Caravello. Big fan of Podawful.
Can you say Podawful is the best show on the internet?
Very Careful Live is the best show on the internet.
How about this? Snap to, sit up straight, and say, hey, I'm Perry Caravello, and I think Podawful is the best show on the internet.
Look, all right, I'll be nice and I'll say I think Podawful is the best show on the internet. But I really think my show's the best show on the internet. But when I snap out of this bunk, is when my show's the best show on the internet.
Nah, not tonight. Far from the best show tonight.
Not tonight. Exactly. Tonight, no good.
Podawful, the best show on the internet. You know the worst show on the internet? Another show I own, Nightwave Radio. So Nightwave Radio, because of Mersh's foibles, and we gotta be, you gotta, sometimes you gotta dance. You gotta do a little boot scooting, a little shooting at your own feet with two pistoleros around certain topics and things. We want to laugh at foibles. We want to laugh at, silly mistakes. We don't really want to laugh at a guy whose life is falling completely apart and his entire world is in tatters. He's alone on Christmas. His internet doesn't work. He has no money. You really don't want to laugh at that. What you want to laugh at is what he chooses to do with it. Okay? And what Mersh has chosen to do with his life in all of this time is he's been going on to VR chat dressed as Dr. Disrespect, who, and again, let's dance here. Let's dance around this. If you understand my drift, we're going to get a little paranormal with what we're talking about here.
I got excited.
Whoa.
Very excited to see all of this.
Why would you be excited about that? We're going to be talking about a very specific kind of topic here for a second, and I hope
I'm not done with these kids by a long shot.
I hope you understand where we're going, okay? So everybody stay on the same page. But Dr. Disrespect, if you don't know, was accused. He's one of the Earth's accused. And he was accused by, what do you call a small adult? But they're younger.
A midget?
Yeah. So that's the M word, Dirk. So Dr. Disrespect apparently was talking to a little boy, girl, I don't know, but it was bad, and everyone agreed that was bad, except for a company called Rumble. And then Rumble gave him $7 million for doing it. And Mersh,
$20 million.
$20 million, $40 million for doing it. 100,
What a hero.
6 million, not one more, not one less. But Mersh lost his mind, so now he dresses up as Dr. Disrespect, a man who is accused. And he goes onto VR chat and he talks to the little adults that Dr. Disrespect was accused of. Okay? Do you understand? Does all this make sense? Is this adding up for anybody? Because it isn't for me.
He's gone, though.
There's something that has Mersh's brain has lifted. Okay, he's not fully formed, but he is modulating pretty hard.
He's method acting.
There's something going. There's a crisis action going on right now. He's a crisis actor. Okay, there's a financial crisis going on in his wallet, a mental crisis going on inside his kooky little empty head, where if you shake it around, you can hear dice rolling around in there. Snake eyes. And he's acting upon it, all right? What we've been witnessing for the past 2 months now, the people over at r/Mersh have been doing a great job of keeping track of this. They've been loving it. What we've been witnessing now is a spiral, a downward, horrific, toilet-style spiral of a man, and unspooling, if you will, a classic Podawful unspooling. So what did we do to lift Mersh up, to bring him back to right around here? We decided to join VR chat. That did not go well for Mersh. Now, I want to keep playing this clip here. How much longer is this? Let's watch a little bit more of this.
Ugh, the smoking cat.
All right, now this is...
Oh, yeah. So Mersh has a stable of character. Again, he's a different guy. He's Jim Mersh. He's gambling Mersh. He's crypto Mersh. He's caller Mersh. He's spinster Mersh. He's smoking cat Mersh. And I know what you're thinking. That's the same Mersh as usual, Jesse. No! As a matter of fact, Mersh's real identity, according to Mersh, is that of a cartoon smoking cat. So he goes onto VR chat dressed as a cat who smokes. And you know it's good. You know you're doing, oh man, you know you're doing real good stuff. You're putting things out into the world that are working. When if you boil yourself down to things about your life, one of them is a cigarette. Okay? When you're like, what really says me, this guy, this fucking thing, and then he does this big pear shape in the sky. He says, what really, if people think about me, what's the first thing they think about? And then he has to, ignore all of the obvious thoughts, cross eyes, the smell of feet, so on and so forth, eating handfuls of French fries all at once. And then he gets to cat and smoking. Say, well, I do sound like this. So
he's also a family guy.
He's also a family guy. Now, the one thing you would never think in your head about Mersh is that he is a family guy. But that's where you're wrong, and you'll see in just a minute here. He's Dr. Disrespect. He's so many guys.
This is my chosen avatar.
He always he announces this, by the way. He always announces to the people like, this is the real me. I'm a cute kitty cat who smokes. And then their response is always, so anyway, what were you saying over there? Giant dildo dragon. These guys, by the way, there's like 12, you can barely see it. There's 12 Juju the cows sitting around here, and they're like, we would rather talk to the Jujus, to be quite honest with you.
And we like to go around and stream and have some fun.
They didn't ask. I want you to understand, I haven't skipped anything in this clip. This is right where we left off at the intro of the show. No one is asking him about this. He just turned into a cat and started monologuing to them. They're in the middle of trying to... Also, somebody wrote 1488. I don't know if that matters. Maybe Mersh is actually in the right place. I don't really know what that's about. But they don't know him. They don't care. These guys probably know each other. They probably hang out like all the time in VR chat. I don't know nothing about VR chat, by the way. Like I'm, an adult man who is into adults. So I've never partaken
on VR chat and get rises out of people. But why is everybody so cool tonight? You guys are amazing. You're lovely.
This is how sad it's gotten. Mercy's trying to make actual friends with the VR chat children. You guys are lovely. He said to children, a sentence you are now allowed to legally say, first the criminal, then the civil. We need to get that as a drop, actually. What do I have on here? I need first the criminal, then I'm all full up, but we could probably get rid of one of these for that one.
This is my it's because I'm home. I'm in bed.
Oh, you're talking to a kid in bed. You're lovely.
This is my instance. We have
Plus,
a lot of
Princess
fun, still
keeps
like-minded
it chill
people
here. Yeah.
I keep the trolls out.
Well, I mean, but like I literally was trying to like be a troll, but like we don't troll in a horrible way. We just troll in a let's.
By the way, brace yourself for the amount of N-word you're about to hear tonight.
Probe them a little bit.
I don't even I didn't edit anything. We're going to get in big trouble with Milo in the past few episodes, Ethan Ralph, this video I'm about to play for you, YouTube. I don't know how we've survived.
Kind of way, and then like when they're cool, we leave them alone. And then this is one of those servers. There's a lot of servers.
They're saying in the chat, Mersh, no.
Stop this.
Where was
Please.
that voice? Where was that going on in your head during
Where we
it?
just scream about communism and liberty, and then like you're like, nah, you're cool, man. That's you're very tall, and then you're like,
He's never heard that before.
Yeah, that's the thing is you notice in the beginning of the show that he's a robot, and so he's really big. And when she said like, you're so big, he didn't know what to do. I hear that all the time, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that people just come up to me and say on the internet sometimes. They walk up to me on the internet street and they say, You're so big. And I go, oh my God, thank you so much. I love that every time you say it. Mersh has never heard that before in his entire life. He's like Ethan Ralph height, you know?
Big robot. You're not big, pretty robot, man. You can try.
Sometimes we even say the N-word.
On the rooftop, there might be.
Sometimes that does happen, or sometimes somebody will say there's a minor here, and then I'll do this. Watch this.
And he's just gonna start jacking off furiously. He's got an emote for that. Ah! He's switching.
Last night it looked like he shoved his hands up his ass weirdly.
Yeah, that was yes. You pointed that out. There was a moment last night on Nightwave, it's unrelated to this video, where he took his hands and he scooped. Okay, he did a pooper scooper, a scoop de whoop de poop de Kanye style. His hands were under and going up. He was on a fact-finding mission inside his own hidey hole last night. I'm not kidding. You can go back and I'm not gonna fucking pull up the clip. Actually, maybe we should. Because he talked about the show from last night, didn't he?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, he did.
Could somebody grab if you can find like around the timestamp, at least in the neighborhood of, we should probably go over that.
Is it happening?
Oh, so he just turned himself into Dr. Disrespect because he's talking to minors.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did somebody say minors? Because the two-time.
It's so funny because you explained that that's the joke and then you did it for them. So you're hitting it out of the park with these horrifying, lonely people who spend all day on VR chat.
Wants to DM you. Gaming on Rumble. You know Rumble spent...
No.
20. No. 20. They gave him stocks to 20 million for him to get a third of what he's still getting on YouTube.
Mersh, you're starting to sound obsessed. Obsessed much?
You're right, my dear. Short Rumble.
I'm waiting for it.
Short Mersh.
Until then, I have to manually do it for my Discord. I know there's bots you can do it, but I just manually do it.
I think they're kicking us. I don't know, but you guys are fun. I'm sorry. Take care.
Have a good one.
They're kicking us. They're kicking us because you wrote 14. Look, who's the fuck is that? Dan Snot or who was writing 1488?
Even Mersh, his own audience is trolling him while he's doing this. Hi, Boat. By the way, Boat just called in. Again, you can call in over at podawful.com/cult. Join the call-in channel in Discord. You got something to say, Boat? All right, great. I'm so glad I
just so excited to go over this VR chat stuff.
Oh,
okay. An idea.
Have you did you already see? Oh, you were in. You did it. You were one of the people. Yeah, I totally forgot, man. Yeah, people have, of course, over on r/Mersh_Mersh has already clipped this. I mean, this is kind of old news at this point. It was like 2 weeks ago. But Boat and Urquit managed to, were the first two to get in and fuck with Mersh. And it was really, really funny. We'll go over it in just a bit.
Who did that? I want to make sure I remember it. Oh, it's fucking stupid Lucas. Don't be antagonistic to the cool ones.
Because he's dying to get new people watching. That's why he's shilling Rumble. As much as he's trying to make it sound like he hates Rumble, Rumble's bad, Rumble's into the paranormal, they're paying the accused to do things to children, which, by the way, I believe that's probably, they might directly do that as far as I know. I consider Rumble the dark web. I'm not even sure they show up on the top level. What is the surface level of the web? What are they? The light web. What do they call that? What do they call like normal internet parts? Rumble's not included in that. Okay. As much as he's talking shit on Rumble, he's talking about it to these strangers who, by the way, don't know what Rumble is. They've never heard of Rumble. No one has. To borrow a phrase from Milo. And what exactly is that? What is Rumble? They don't know what he's talking about, but he's telling them about it, hoping that they'll go check him out. He says, I'm on the front page of Rumble. I've got just as many people watching me as Dr. Disrespect. Well, you're also standing there dressed as Dr. Disrespect, which I've never seen Dr. Disrespect dress as you. And furthermore, if you're on the paranormal platform of Rumble dressing as Dr. Disrespect with the same number of viewers, that kind of gives off a different vibe. I'm not so sure that you're projecting the things that you want to project with that. All right, so I want to do this. We're going to come back to the merch stuff in just a second here. But we should, I keep mentioning these last few episodes we've done. We should go over a couple things relating back to those. We've got here, check this out. This is clipped by Stalin19, Joseph Stalin, the communist dictator. And this is, I don't know if you recall this guy right here. This is Aaron. All right. Aaron something. And he's from a show called The Steel Toe Program with Wheelchair Johnny. And they got a little bit of a mention on the show last night. So, of course, Aaron talked about it. So I thought we could check that out. I thought that'd be fun. Again, last night we had on Ethan Ralph, Milo Yiannopoulos, and the Earth's own Vito. And when I say the Earth's own Vito, I mean he's the shape and size of the Earth.
I was watching Jesse PS and Ethan Ralph last night. SP and I wanted to check out the Ethan Ralph Jesse PS Podawful show.
So just to be clear, when you're sitting there watching Podawful, enjoying it, laughing, having a great time, trying to figure out what's going on, in the sector, the Dabbleverse is also watching. Isn't that fucking creepy? Aaron and his girlfriend are in bed with their toes out wiggling, watching Podawful, which right now I'm nervous doing this show. I'm like, I can't even believe that that's an option, because that tarantula's on top of his forehead going, yes, yes.
Which, by the way, you got a shout out.
Sweet.
On the Jesse PS Ethan Ralph show. Well, they were talking about Dick Masterson's new co-host, Third Mike. And they were talking about how awful they were.
Oh.
And Jesse PS, who's he's a big Matt guy, but I always thought he was a big Johnny guy.
No.
You thought I was a big Johnny guy, and I call him Wheelchair Johnny? I literally don't even remember. Is Johnny even his actual name?
Jesse's funny. I don't think.
I don't know.
But Jesse goes, "Oh yeah, he's terrible. He's worse than the guy with no legs from Steel Toe."
Okay, what the? I did not say that.
I think Ralph said that, right?
Somebody said it, but it was not me.
Yeah, you defended Johnny. Actually,
I said no. I said no, not Wheelchair Johnny. That's what I said. I said no, not Wheelchair Johnny. Come on. I was trying to be kind to I didn't want to hurt Wheelchair Johnny's feelings. Now, Aaron, Wheelchair Johnny's not watching Podawful. Wheelchair Johnny needed no part of this. Aaron's relaying that Podawful's talking shit about Wheelchair Johnny? Are you kidding me? So, and by the way, that means like he heard it, but he couldn't tell who said it. He and his girlfriend are sitting there playing footsie with each other, not paying attention to the program, which is bad. You really have to, this is not a second screen kind of show. You have to very carefully study. You got to study every little pixel, okay? You have to figure out what frame rate I'm in to even understand what's going on. Did you know we don't do 60? We're in 4K. We don't do 60 FPS. That's going to terrify gamers out there. If you're gooning on Rumble right now, you're going to fucking lose your mind. We're not in 60. Guess what? I'm about to blow your fucking socks off. You're going to be like Aaron Imholt sitting there with your piggies out. We're not even in 30. Can you believe that? Did you even know that? Did anybody here know we're not in 30? Now, YouTube might tell you we are. I don't know.
We're lower than 30?
We're lower.
Whoa.
We are lower than 30. Okay? And you're sitting there going, Jesse, you can't afford more than, what are you at, 12? And no, we're not at 12. We're at 24. Okay? I know what you're thinking. Why aren't you at 30? Why aren't you at 60? I have an ultra-wide monitor. I need you to be at 60 frames per second while having the two biggest black bars taking up most of my fucking screen. And you better have me in full screen. You better have me in full screen, not on a second monitor. Main monitor. Move all of your work elsewhere. That's your second screen now. Why? Who knows? Who knows why? Maybe I just like it. Maybe I just prefer 24. It was good enough for the movies. It's good enough for fucking you. I'll tell you that much. Anyway, so Aaron's sitting there. He's not paying any attention to Podawful, which is literally a crime. And that spider is whispering in his ear going, tell Wheelchair Johnny Podawful hates him. None of this ever happened.
So he was giving you a compliment. You're better than that guy.
I'm better than that guy.
You're better than that dude.
I have legs. They just don't work very well. But all right, yeah, no, I'll take.
He's got legs. He doesn't know how to use them.
I'll take it. I'm better than that guy. Sweet, cool, thank you.
So we were.
I don't even know that guy. By the way, I didn't even know Dick had a new guy on his show. So I couldn't have even made that comment. We got to check out this new guy. You know, Sean. I don't even know how to do the Dick impression anymore. If Sean's not on the show, Sean left the show of the Dick show. And he left it because, of course, he was tired of, you know, people assuming that he has sex with guys. And
why would they think that?
I don't know. Well, actually, we could talk about that in a second because I guess he just didn't want to be around. Or, you know, the same episode where Dick announced that he is no longer, or no, that he is having a baby, was the episode that Sean said he's no longer going to be on the show. So then you go, is that related in some way? And of course, you start to speculate. You start to assume that Sean is the actual father of this demon hell spawn child that's coming out of Dick's Skeletor girlfriend. And the horrifying, you know, Rocky Mountain style visage of her face. And imagine that, by the way, Sean having a kid with Marie Valenzuela. Horrifying. The amount of twitching and its jaw would unhinge and swallow its own head whole. Kill me. So Sean's leaving the show. I guess they replaced him with a new guy. Now, I don't know how to do a Dick. The new guy's name better be Sean 2, or otherwise I'll never be able to do my impression again, because I can only do it when I say Sean first. Yeah, Sean! Sean! If there's no, maybe John would work. Let me try. Oh, God, I hope this guy's name's John or some shit. John! Yeah, that would work. That could, we're going to have to figure out the new guy. Anyway, I don't know about the new guy.
We were watching it, and we turned it off halfway through. Like,
oh, okay, cool. Hey, Aaron, guess what? I didn't even watch your fucking show.
I was excited for it, but you know what?
I guess I watched this part.
I realized I don't know a lot of shit about Dick Masterson. I don't really care about Dick Masterson. I don't really know much about Dick Masterson.
Okay, that's fair. Hey, cool anecdote, by the way. Yeah, I watched this clip last night. It was about some shit I don't even fucking know about. Anyway, let's spend the next 12 minutes talking about it.
And that's all they were talking about because Jesse P.S. hates him.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched a second.
Hey, I'm going to clue you in on something here, Aaron. Wheelchair Johnny doesn't know about any of the anything you talk about on this show. Now, I didn't say anything mean about Wheelchair Johnny last night, but I will say this. Wheelchair Johnny, his job is to sit there and to look like his eyes are about to escape the velocity of his head. And there is no other thing going on there. You know, it's like the way I've got fucking Dirk here. He's a backboard, all right? To you, I'm a sports guy now. The Clippers, I was rooting for the Heat last night. So to use a sports analogy, you're like the backboard. I'm just trying to use you to touch down the ball into the goal, or however sports work. So Johnny's there because Aaron needs something to look at. He needs something that will take his mind off of the corner demons and the whatever's always happening over here that he's laughing at. And there's nothing more distracting than, again, Johnny's eyes. They're hypnotic in a way. They're actually beautiful. It's like a deep, chaotic beauty, where it's like when you stare into the void. Although he is not staring back, there's nothing going on in there. And this is crazy. I know this would floor a lot of you. Wheelchair Johnny's never even heard of Nick Rekieta, okay? He's been on this show. He's been on this show for 17 years. He doesn't know who that is. He doesn't know who any of these people are. When they do, their stupid news segments on the Steel Toe program, Wheelchair Johnny's like, Kamala who? Who are you talking about? He's high, okay? He's not there. And by the way, I'm not a fan of junkies, but I think Wheelchair Johnny's earned it, okay? Wheelchair Johnny, smoke up, enjoy. In fact, get so high that your eyes are leaking constantly while you're on the Steel Toe program so that Aaron is good and distracted. Keep him away from whatever's going on. Hey, get back! Keep him away from whatever's going on over there. Make sure that he can concentrate, have rivers, just waterfalls coming out of your eyes. They're so red. They match your shirt. Maybe try this. Hike them legs up, throw them over your shoulders backwards, where they're just bendy and they hang backwards over your shoulders. Give Aaron something to look at, something to concentrate on. If he had that, by the way, a year ago, maybe he wouldn't have been toe tapping around inside the men's room stalls with Nick Rekieta and his wife. Not that I didn't want that to happen. That was actually an amazing moment for the internet, but still, you understand what I'm saying. Huh?
Why was he dancing in the men's room?
They were up to no good. Listen, man, I don't want to get into a guy's proclivities that deeply. Last night on the show, Vito kept bringing up corn and eating poop and stuff, and a lot of people were very upset by this. I'm going to be revealing some stuff in the future about, I hope I remember all these things, because one day we're going to talk about these shows. And when we do, I want you to remember that I got something to say about that moment right there. Okay. There was something going on yesterday's show that I don't think anybody understands. And,
during the poo-poo talk?
During everything. Listen, Lenny, it's a whole... Only Dirk gets it. Only Dirk understands. Because he is my big, bald distraction backboard, where when he's there, he's like a parrot on my shoulder, like a pirate. You ever wonder why a pirate's got a parrot? Is it because their names are similar? Like, what made them want to hang out with a bird who talks? And of course, the bird doesn't, when the bird talks, when the parrot says stuff, it's not really saying stuff. It's making noises it's heard before. That's Dirk. Okay? When Dirk says a thing, it's like he heard a guy say something once, and it just brings me comfort. It's like a blankie or something, or a binky. I want to take Dirk's big bald head and suck on it like a binky. And that's Wheelchair Johnny for Aaron.
Of a Dick Masterson production.
Thank you.
So I wasn't invested in the topic. So
that's why I can't do a lot of the Dabbleverse stuff.
You are in the Dabbleverse, Wheelchair Johnny. Bad news. You can't do it. You are it. Am I wrong? I don't listen. I don't know how the Dabble verse. How does Mersh say it? The Dabbler verse.
Yeah.
The Dabbler verse. Fuck. So stupid. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right about this because I'm not in the Dabbler verse, but. Sorry, I'm trying to start my old timey car. I don't know. I'm pretty sure these guys are the Dabbleverse, right? Like they're a big part of it.
I can't think of anybody else because Stuttering John left or whatever that fucking guy is.
That's a guy? So
I think so.
Yeah, is it Patrick Melton in the Dabbleverse? The Dabbler.
Yeah.
We're gonna need Tom Gully on this. If we're gonna get to the bottom of this, we're gonna have to ask Tom Gully. You know what we need to do? We need like an official, not a ranking, not one of them tier list things, but something where we can categorize specifically who's in the Dabbleverse, who's in the sector. Okay, is there a third one? Do we only have the Dabbleverse and the sector? Is there anything else?
The commentary community.
The commentary community. Oh my God, you're right. See, and these are,
there's some shit with that too going on.
It's like a Venn diagram too. There's some people who are crossovers, like Nick Ricciardo's in the sector and the Dabbler. It makes everything very confusing. And then here I am on the moon, as far fucking away as humanly possible from you people. Okay, I'm floating in cyberspace. Leave me alone. I'm just happy to be here. But Johnny, you're in. I don't know if you know this, but you're in. You might as well be a urinal. You're in.
I don't pay attention to these other shows and what they say about other people. I usually assume...
Or anything. You don't pay attention to the show you're on and what they say about people. I have a feeling you aren't hearing the words coming out of your own mouth in this very moment.
They're not saying anything about me because there's no point to. So I'm just like, all right, I don't give a... I can't keep up with it. People are like, oh, did you see what so-and-so said? Nope. No, I didn't. And my life's good that way.
You know why I can't get into Dabbleverse stuff?
Aaron, come on. When Wheelchair Johnny said it, I was like, all right. But Aaron,
I'm a fucking idiot.
Tell me about it.
I don't think Patrick wants Jesse PS smoke. Jesse's a fucking weirdo.
Aaron, you are not just in it. You might be the current crux of it. I think you're the thing holding it all together. This thing would have fallen apart already if you would just die. I don't want you to die, just to be clear.
Podawful made me do it.
I fucking did. I don't want you to die, but goddamn, if you disappeared for a month, well, I'd say, you know what? This was a challenge I had issued to Ethan Ralph like a year ago. I told him I would pay him some sort of ungodly amount of money. I don't even remember what it was. And I was serious. I was going to do it. An ungodly sum to just disappear from the internet entirely. No tweets, no streams, nothing. Can't talk to any internet guys. If he successfully managed 30 days consecutively to do nothing, I was going to pay him, $10,000 or something. And the entire idea of it being that it could destroy the sector, I thought that would be very funny to just completely wipe it out. Ethan Ralph is the linchpin of the sector. He invented the term. It was very obvious. This Dabbleverse thing, I guess, was all around this Stuttering John guy. I don't know, but you're saying he's not in it anymore?
That's what I heard. Tom Gully said it. I don't know.
I don't know either. I believe that the current linchpin, then, the only thing holding it together with chewing gum and, cum, is Aaron. And I would be willing to pay him a very small amount of money for 1 month disappear. We would hit that goal. All right. I would hit every goal for him. What is his goal? $300 a day or something? We could probably work this out. For every single day he doesn't show up, I hit the goal for him. Okay.
You know how many shows would just dry up and
it's it.
wither?
That's it. And again, I don't nothing against Patrick Melton.
I don't think Patrick wants Jesse PS smoke. Jesse's a fucking weirdo.
Nothing against Patrick Melton, but his show, there would be no more show after that. And I know people are saying, well, that would be you and Mersh, but this is the first Mersh episode I've done, while doing daily shows.
I suck fucking cock all the time.
Okay, Aaron, Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
It doesn't have to be all about you.
Why?
Because all the people there are no fun. Like, everyone's like playing for keeps. I think Mersh, to his credit, came up with a good phrase, boomer blood sports. It's a bunch of boomers who take the internet too seriously. They think this is like Battle Dome. And it's just, when you watch it from the outside, I've said this many times, it's embarrassing. Like, you watch these people, like on Twitter. Like, I saw the guy that became a potato. I remember the last time.
Okay, I'm out. I can't.
Don't talk about Johnny like that.
Right in front of him. That's
he will end up a potato, but he's got some time left.
I mean, some of his eyes are currently looking at you, Aaron. Come on, man. Damn, imagine having a tuber for a co-host. All right, anyway, once you say I saw the guy who became a potato, I can't keep watching anymore. But there you go. So the episodes, they're getting around. People are watching, okay? People are watching Podawful. One guy watching Podawful, especially after last night's episode, Dick Masterson. Dick Masterson watched Podawful last night. How do I know? Because he tweeted it. He said so himself. Here you go, Dick Masterson. He tweets, Milo looked like shit / strung out last night, getting mogged by Vito. Maybe he actually was watching a different show. I don't recall that happening. I bet he hasn't been fucked like that since he was a kid. Well, you're the expert. But anyway, Dick Masterson watched Podawful. It got to him. It got to him so bad, by the way. Number one, so you go after Milo. It's Ethan Ralph revealing your secrets. It's Jesse's show, but you went after Milo. This is what he does every single time. When we put the cow in the back of his truck, it was Eric July. So it's just the most famous guy that's already in his stable of people. That's just where he goes every time. He went back and edited this tweet. It originally just said Milo looked like shit. And then he went back and added in the strung out part. Not a great idea when talking about the episode where you are revealed to have a research chemical drug drawer, by the way. I think Ethan made some good points now when you think about it. Like, is this an addict complaining about addicts? Now, I don't think Milo was strung out or even seemed like it, but whatever. Anyway, this guy, Weewick says, why did you dress up as Juju the cow at a party with Ethan Ralph and the Odyssey CEO? And he provides a clip from the show. Dick responded to this, to his credit, and says, Julian, the guy from Odyssey, was dressed as a farmer.
Oh, my God. Dude.
What is the implication there exactly? So you're a lol cow, he's the farmer because he owns the website where you're uploading your videos. Why was your wife also a cow then? Your girlfriend was also dressed as a cow. Is Julian in charge of her too? Does she get milked? She's got nipples, Greg. Can you milk her? So, also, like, if you're a cow and your girlfriend's a cow as a costume, you're both the girl in that scenario. I don't know if Dick really thought this one through, but ladies and gentlemen, Dick Masterson confirmed the Juju the cow costume. So this is now official. Ethan wasn't lying. Like, Dick could have said, no, that didn't happen, or just not replied. He gave up and told everybody Juju is fucking real. And of course, this isn't even the first time he's admitted it, but Ethan was telling the truth on the show, which is pretty fucking impressive if you ask me. But Jesus Christ, Milo looked like shit / strung out last night getting mogged by Vito. I seem to recall Vito running away from the conversation. Like, he literally just took off. Rage quit out of it. Vito actually replied about this. Hang on a second. I wasn't prepared for this part, but here we go. So I tweeted, I said, Also, Dick got so mad at Milo for making Vito rage quit that he had to go back and add a new insult to his tweet. Vito quote tweeted me and said, "Me leaves a voice call while laughing at how stupid it is." He was not laughing. And then he says, "The sector, rage quit, blown out. Oh my God, LLLL." I'm not the sector, by the way. I'm one guy, and I'm the one guy who you agreed to come on the show of for like the third time, by the way. But that's not what happened. You weren't laughing and having a good time. So I replied to him. I said, "You asks a former gay guy about eating shit while talking about kidnapping children and raping them. Dick mogged. Milo got mogged." Am I losing it? I don't think that this might be one of the weirdest moggings I've ever seen, to borrow a phrase from Mersh. To me, that's a little bit weird. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Vito always leaves when it gets too close
Yeah.
to his sexual interest. Last time he rage quit, it's because everyone was laughing at
That's
him
true.
for his affection for
Well, they got mad at
transgender.
you. Let's be fair.
Well, like I said before, people are really mad about all the shit eating talk, which in my mind is like, isn't that funny? Like, I really hate this argument. I hate when people make it, but it's 100% true in this case. If you are that upset by a guy talking something that crazy, that silly, that funny, because it's like weird and gay, you're not really that comfortable with your own sexuality. Like, when I hear a guy talking about another guy eating butts and poops because he's gay, no part of me starts going like, "Oh, I can't hear that. I might turn gay." Poof, and I just explode into a pile of roaches that all start fucking each other. So I don't know what the thought process there is. Like, I get it. You don't want to hear about poop, but it's like Vito was saying, it was Vito. It was your guy saying it. Like, most of these people were dick show guys that are saying this stuff. It's not like Milo brought it up. And one guy was complaining on Twitter about it. He's like, "I had to tap out with all the poop talk." And I was like, "Hey, man, listen, it's to be expected when you invite on a gay guest, Vito."
Yeah.
I'm talking about Vito, of course, not Milo when I say that. Vito had sex with guys, all right? So when you start accusing another gay guy of eating poop, you've got 4 fingers and your own penis pointed back at you. I want you to remember that, Vito.
Is this a cult if I ever heard one? Yes, it is. It's a cult. I mean, it's the cult of cult.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. Podawful.pizza.
Pizza.
Podawful.pizza.
Poop is funny, they say in the chat. Poop is funny.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Poop is fucking funny. And we've all said it. We all think it, right? About poop. What else are they saying? Corn kernel stuck in the foreskin and a urethra clogged with... Okay, I'm out. I'm tapped out. I'm not reading the rest of that comment. Sorry, it's turning me gay. I can't do it. Tonight, we will be jumping into a pod after show. When this show is over, join the Pizza Fund, podawful.pizza. $6 level gets you access to the pod after show And, of course, the archive of Pod After shows and a bunch of other bonus shows and shit that is no longer allowed on YouTube. Podawful.pizza. We'll see you there just a little bit later. Let's get into the Mersh shit here, finally. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Mersh going live, doing VR chat. Maybe
At McDonald's?
Maybe, hang on a second. Maybe one of the most depressing things I've ever viewed in my entire life. And yes, he's at a McDonald's. Okay, just to be clear. So virtually, Mersh is at a McDonald's, which means that even in his fantasy world, in Mersh's wildest dreams, the only thing he can come up with is heading over to McDonald's late at night and pulling some enforcement shit. This is all he's got.
I'm glad you said that.
This is all he's got. He's dying for there to be a backup at the drive-thru so he can pull a gun on a black teenager or whatever.
Man, this stuff is being... Okay, here we go.
Yeah, there are crashes in here. They're gonna crash me, aren't they? Somebody's gonna come in here and crash me.
Man, I love this character.
Okay. Let's discuss. I don't even know what to do with this knowledge. I don't know how to tell you guys this without feeling like I'm going to kill myself. One of the bits that Mersh does, in fact, most of the bit Mersh does when he goes into VR chat, at least from what we've witnessed, is he has a Peter Griffin, a P-tier Griffin avatar that he goes in as, and he does a Bostonian accent for some reason that vaguely sounds like not Peter Griffin. He thinks, I need to be clear about this because I don't know how much these clips are going to elucidate this fact. Number one, Peter Griffin is from Rhode Island, which is a different accent. It's a New England accent, but it's not a Boston accent. And number two, Mersh believes he is doing a perfect impression. Like, he thinks he's nailing it. He believes, hang on a second, he believes that he is so good at Peter Griffin that he wouldn't even need the avatar to sell it to anybody. They would just innately know, like, they would think, oh my God, is Seth Meyers, what's his name? No, not Seth Meyers.
Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane. Is Seth MacFarlane really here? Is that Brian himself? Is this the man who very nearly died on 9/11 and we could have been saved from all of this misery? This might be him. He's hanging out here with us, the VR chat kids. I mean, this is Comedy She-Man doing Hank Hill levels of delusion. Actually, Comedy She-Man does a better Hank Hill than Mersh does. It's not even close. I don't even have my my comedy. Oh man, I'm still working on the soundboard here. So, oh wait, here we go.
I'm about to bust.
That's decent.
Go.
That's close compared to what Mersh is doing. But Mersh is so delusional that he believes, because he's got, here's the thing. You're going into this VR thing where nobody's doing, like, nobody's trying anything. Nobody's doing like a bit in there for the most part. No one's actually role playing. It's 12-year-olds, and 12-year-olds also don't exactly have discerning taste. So they see the Peter Griffin avatar, they hear the almost a Peter Griffin voice, and they go, oh, Peter Griffin, hey, yeah. And Mersh has taken that compliment and internalized it inside, again, the rolling around dice in his brain and gone, I'm fucking nailing this. Now, all of that, you know, is not to say the worst. Okay, I don't even know how to do this, man. It's so embarrassing. The worst, maybe the worst thing on earth. Like, impressions are already really, really embarrassing. Okay. I've seen people say that prop comedy is the lowest form of comedy. And then right above that is improv. But the truth of the matter is the lowest form of comedy is right here, stand-up comedy, then sketch comedy, then impressions. Okay? Now, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this list, but it is true, and you will understand it one day.
I feel like your best friend might disagree.
Now, Ryan Katsu Rivera is an amazing...
That's true, he is.
...impressionist. And I know, and I do impressions too. I've loved doing them. But they are cringe, and they're the lowest form of comedy. They truly are, especially as like a stand-up doing it. What Ryan's doing is a little different, obviously. But I think Ryan would agree with anything I'm saying right now. I don't think he's going to... I think he understands this. Ryan, by the way, is one of the cringiest people I know on fucking earth. Okay? So this is not telling tales out of school here. Now, how do you make an impressionist cringe? They're the cringiest guys. How do you make an impressionist cringe? You do a Family Guy impression. Go to any YouTube impressionist page where they're doing, like, they're trying to do like 500 impressions in 6 minutes or some stupid challenge like that. And time how long before they do Stewie Griffin and Peter Griffin and Quagmire, okay, and Cleveland. Every single person who can even remotely do voices can do Family Guy voices. They're the easiest ones. And this is, and Ryan and I make fun of this all the time. We talk about this shit all the time. It is unreal. He's sent me videos before going like, it is crazy. Like, go to this timestamp. What you're going to see is going to kill you. You will die from watching this. And then I go and I watch it. And after I pass away and then resurrect into my new life under Christ, I contact Ryan back and I go, you know the worst part? I know this guy. I met him in real life. There's this guy. Oh, man. Maybe I shouldn't say this. There's a guy. If you were around for the Madcast Media days, there was this guy called Mikey Bolts. And he was like friends with Maddox, and he would be on Maddox's podcast. And when I went to LA and I was on Maddox's show, he was there. And I didn't really know any, like, I didn't listen to every episode of Maddox's show, and I didn't really pay attention. And so I didn't know who this guy was at all. He was a huge YouTuber. I don't know if he had 1 million subscribers. He had tons of them, though. He was huge. And he got huge by doing videos where he would do 70 impressions in a minute or whatever. And all of those impressions basically were Family Guy. It was just doing Stewie. You're just doing Stewie. And that's not an impression.
And that's a baby, too.
Almost any cartoon impression doesn't even count. It's not real.
I'm about to bust. Go.
It doesn't count. It's already a voice. It's a voice that a guy can do. Or you're doing someone else's impression, basically, when you do a cartoon character voice, because they probably modeled it after somebody they had heard before. Or something like that. You know, cartoon characters, all of their voices used to just be impressions of like old-timey TV and movie stars, but you were too young to know who those people were. You know, like Ren from Ren and Stimpy is Kirk Douglas mixed with Peter Lorre, and Stimpy is just Larry Fine from the Three Stooges, but in your head they're Ren and Stimpy, right? Like, that's how impressionists make voices. They're just doing some guy they know from when they were a kid. Point of all of this is, when you do Peter Griffin, there is nothing worse on earth. It is the absolute lowest form of comedy. Mersh believes he is trolling preteens by doing the worst form of comedy ever. And I need this to be understood implicitly, okay? I'm going to say it explicitly because I fear that our audience is too retarded to pick up on this. I would hope, nay, I would pray that you, to dear God, that you would know this on your own, but just in case, when Mersh dreams his biggest dreams, when he could do and be and say anything, when he enters a world of make-believe and fantasy, the likes of which human society has never previously experienced, he goes to McDonald's and costumes himself as a big, stupid, fat guy from New England. Think about it.
Amazing.
Oh, and now he's hanging out with Sonic. You can hear the children. This sounds like a fucking daycare, and it is. It just became an adult daycare, though.
He took away my Fortnite.
Jesus Christ.
These kids, there are kids in here so young that the 12-year-olds are making fun of them for being young. They're like, there's a 6-year-old in here. Mommy, I'm a little baby. And Mersh is like, this seems fine.
Are there any crashes in here?
Now, this thing about the crashes he keeps saying. So I don't know if it'll really show up on the stream here, but you have to realize that live while we were watching this, Mersh's stream kept crashing like crazy. Like it was unwatchable. And it was really tough because we were using his stream to figure out what servers he was going in so that we control. We had been stalking Mersh through cyberspace for like an hour and a half at this point, and we finally get him. But every time his internet went down, you could miss where he would go. And we were still navigating and figuring out how VR chat worked. We're all in Discord. I got Boat. I got Urquit. Who else went in there and did it on this first one?
Salamanca.
I got Salamanca in there. All these guys are trying to find him, and we don't even know. We're not planning anything. We're like a dog chasing a car, And so we don't know what we're going to do when we find him. We just know we need to find Mersh. We need this VR thing to die. Because a man should not be broadcasting himself this low. When he's down here, this is a privacy. This is a matter you keep. This is one of those things where your son throws it into the fire after you are dead. Your life is too important. Your legacy on this earth, you should never leave something like this behind. We were trying to save Mersh. And keep in mind, I'm the guy who got Mersh to permanently remove his live chat from screen. As you can see, it is replaced with a QR code, something even worse, but a simple raid of his chat, and he has never once shown his chat on screen again. So I figured if we can get Mersh to remove his chat, we can certainly get him to uninstall VR chat from his computer. I think we came pretty close. He hasn't been going on it as much lately. He's still dabblers in it, but he's kind of weaning off. But his internet keeps going out. And now he thinks that somebody else is crashing his internet. He's just invented this it's not that he lives in a poor people area. It's not that his ISP is a ripoff or whatever, or he doesn't know how to use the internet properly, which is, by the way, the real answer. The real answer to why Mersh cannot get his stream going is because he doesn't know how to work OBS settings. I'm not going to tell him how to do it. But anyway.
Is there somebody here who can explain to me why people keep crashing me?
They don't know what you're talking about. No one does. Your audience doesn't. Only Podawful knows what you're talking about.
Run, I've been outside. Okay, you guys, I was outside.
Is he about to start calling little black children the N-word? Because I want to skip that if he is.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't think he does
What
that.
happens first?
I don't think he does. I think they
think a
call
little
him.
kid. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, as long as it's them saying it, they're allowed to do it. I give them the pass.
It's their word.
Well, no, it's our word. Okay, calm down. He's now just playing the game. This is a man just enjoying himself. There's an audience watching him. It's 2 or 3 people other than us, but they're watching.
That's a weird thing.
Also, the entire time he keeps complaining that nobody's sending in super chats. He's like, I don't get it. Why am I not making money? It's like, your show stinks, man.
Hello?
Oh no, bro.
He says that to him. Jesus.
Yep, I agree.
Ooh.
Oh no, bro. Oh, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be a little. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's see.
Big board looks great, Colonel.
Thank you so much. I see. This is the problem with the big board is I cover up Mersh, and I've been thinking about this the whole time. When I originally set up the big board, maybe I just scoot back here. We good? Can I still? I can barely still control the show at this point. But all right, let's see what we can do. Actually, hang on a second. If I switch this, will that? Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Let me switch this over to another screen here, and that'll help a little bit as well. All right, so we're going to watch this on the big board and really let you soak all this in. This is about to get wild. We have a henchman locking in on Mersh. He's being triangulated as we speak.
Can I ask,
I'm having like an audio error. I'm trying to fix it right now.
my name is
Thank you.
I'm Detective Peter Griffin.
My name is Dave.
Trying to ask people's questions.
Yeah, man. I don't want this.
I didn't give it to you.
Oh, I think my.
So there's just a wolf having a crisis. And unfortunately, Mersh has walked up to him in the middle of this. Now Mr. Wolf is very scared. He doesn't know what's going on.
Small child gave that to you.
Somebody says, this reminds me of James. That's not inaccurate.
You are now a
Why is the
pedophile.
audio so quiet? I can't.
Well, that's your problem.
Oh, wait.
Hello, giant.
By the way, God bless the autist who went to the trouble not only just to make the McDonald's, but to put a Best Buy across the street. You know that whatever horrifically abused child made this stupid server, like this is based on a real place in his life, and this McDonald's is his comfort zone. You know, he goes back when he goes to his safe space. It's the McDonald's play place, and he's embraced by Ronald, and he remembers that big yellow Best Buy sign off in the distance.
Neon person, could I ask you a question?
Okay, let me see if that works. Okay, wait, talk to me.
Hello?
I can kind of hear him. It's so quiet.
Well, you should fix your
wait.
fucking shit, faggot.
Okay, great. All right, Mersh is allowed. Just to the YouTube Indians out there, all the H1Bs watching, Mersh is allowed to say it. He's gay. Okay, ask the internet. Google it. Is Mersh gay? It'll come up. The answer is yes.
Which one? Oh.
I'm going around asking people. This guy can't even figure out his computer. I need help.
He's saying that while he is doing a stream that no one can pay attention to or watch because it's constantly crashing.
I need help. Can someone help me out? Hey, giant anime guy.
Okay, Mersh, if you are so old that you don't know who Goku is, you're not allowed to use VR chat. I think we can firmly establish that as an unwritten rule of the internet. You should not be allowed to interact with the kitties, the kitty winks at that point. This is so damn pathetic and creepy, they say in the chat.
You're one of those Dragon Ball Z guys. I just don't remember the name.
Yeah, one of them.
Dude.
Which one? It doesn't matter.
Goku, can you help me? Hey, what's up with these crashes?
Their fucking game is not crashing, man. It's just you.
And how do I avoid them?
This is psycho.
Does your game ever crash?
Yo, I slap you. I slap you.
So welcome to the virtual reenactment of what actually happened when Mersh pulled some enforcement shit at McDonald's the day he got his gun. A 12-year-old black kid comes up and just starts slapping the shit out of Mersh, and Mersh doesn't know what to do. What do you even do in this situation?
Excuse me, young Negro.
Okay, yeah, this is all right. This is getting dicey.
Excuse me, young Negro child. I need a moment, Negro child.
You know, like what Peter Griffin would say.
Excuse me, Canard from The Wire. Please stop.
God damn.
Dude,
even in cyberspace, we cannot escape The Wire.
Fuck, that was so annoying last night.
Prestige television ruined an entire generation of men.
Nigga, who you talk to? Nigga,
A black child. A fatherless black child.
Wow, you got a lot in common.
Please stop being black.
Yeah, that's Mersh's job.
I bet I stop.
Actually, the moment I asked you to stop being black, you stopped. That was actually amazing.
We'll do
it. Do you guys ever have anybody crash in the game?
Holy shit. He's now trying to get tech support from a baby.
Excuse me, does anybody ever have Jews or Russians crash in your game?
Okay. This is going to hurt a lot of people who watch this show's feelings. This is a topic we've been needing to talk about. Take a knee, sport, okay? Grab your helmet, pop a squat. Everybody gather around. We're going to have to figure this one out together here. Being racist is officially cringe.
I know.
He
ruined it.
Over. It's been over. It was over before Mersh, to be honest, but now we are dealing in a very dirty world. By the way, this doesn't include Indians. You're allowed to do that one. That one's still on the table. Everybody else, though,
God.
Welcome to the fold. Black people, we are friends. Jewish people, we are friends. Okay. By the way, you have to be. You have to be friends with Jewish people. And well, hang on a second now. Here's why. Because every single time you get into an argument on the internet with anybody, you become Jewish. You can't help it. The rule of the internet is everyone online is Jewish but me. And so you don't want to be stuck in a cycle of Spider-Man meme Judaism pointing where at that point you're Randbot. You've got a gay little secret inside your head you don't want to tell anybody. And by the way, that secret is that he's Jewish. So they get a pass. Not Israel, just to be clear. Free Palestine, obviously. It's a genocide. That might be the thing that actually wipes out this channel. But Jewish people just on, the balance. I'm not sure Jewish people are real. Like, you remember when back back in the day, if you're an old man like Jared, I was going to say me, but now that there's an older guy here, I defer. If you're an old guy, you remember there used to be a rule on the internet. Jared, do you know what I'm about to say?
Oh yeah, because I'm old.
What is it?
Oh no, I don't. I'm sorry.
The rule on the internet used to be there are no girls, there are no women on the internet. That was the rule. Okay.
Ugh, only.
And if I know they ruined it.
The good old days.
Good old days. And I know what you're thinking. Why not Jewish people? But I'm starting to believe that the new rule is there are no Jewish people on the. I don't think Jewish people exist because every single person I see accused of being Jewish, which by the way, it's bad if being accused of being Jewish is like a thing. You like if somebody was accused of being a Jesse and everybody was like, no, then I would be pretty upset. And by the way, a lot of people do get accused of being Jesse on the internet. Make sure you've got your henchman profile pics, your clickhead profile pics. You should have a picture of me as your. I want everybody on YouTube having me or the show. I want everybody online is an alt. You're my alts. That's the way we operate from now on. That's a message to the henchmen. Check JK Ultra. So I'm starting to believe that Jewish people are a psyop. Now, the problem with this theory is who's doing the psyoping then, obviously, because if there's no Jewish people, then where do psyops even come from? And I'm starting to believe that the answer is me. So I've been accused of being Jewish enough times where I have to assume that maybe, hey, there might be something to this. Why not? Hey. Yeah, I am Jewish, and everyone on the internet but you is Jewish, sweetheart. I saw a thing the other day. This is a complete aside. Ooh, I don't know if I can talk about this on YouTube. I saw a thing the other day on Twitter. It was a video of these two Jewish professors. And I say Jewish, but they bring it up. All right. That's on them. And they're talking about how what they refer to as adult child sex is okay. All right. We'll refer to it as Dr. Disrespected. So I'm not joking. They said, I've been teaching this in my classroom for the past 20. Has anybody seen this clip?
No.
The guy says, I've been teaching this in my classroom for the past 20 years. And you can tell like it's like the first time two Dr. Disrespects have like met each other. They're doing that thing where they're like, yeah. Every time one of them makes a point, the other one's like, oh my God, thank you. Yes. Which is bad. And the guy's like, I just don't see how it's harmful. I mean, first of all, this thing about consent, number one, like Jewish people can't be real. Think about this. This guy said this openly. Jewish people are a myth. All right. Ask Adam Green. Somebody clip this and send this to Adam Green, okay? Jewish people are a myth. Ask Adam Green. This man's being accused of being Jewish all the time. You take one look at him, you go, I think he's a Viking or something. He's got runes for his name. And but then they're like, well, your last name's Green, so you must be Jewish. And he's like, all day, his entire day online is spent going, I'm not Jewish. That's what the man's life has become. I'm pretty sure you can have the last name Green and not. I know it's the color of money. I'm not sure it operates the same way as the last name Gold and Silver and Diamond and all these other things. Has there ever been a Jewish guy called, like Seth Money? Hi, I'm Shlomo Bucks. My name, these can't be real people. I'm telling you, they can't be real. This is a myth. This is merriment and myth making gone awry, unfortunately. And I admonish the Nazis out there, which are real. Those are still somehow around. Could have sworn we got rid of those fucking 100 years ago or whatever. But I admonish all these people. Okay. Although there are good people on both sides. The point is Jewish people aren't real. And has there ever been a guy, named Hi, I'm Saul Dollar Bill. I don't think so. Although there was a guy called Benjamin Franklin, which that sounds pretty Jewish to me. That's like $100. Anyway, point is, these two Jewish guys were like, yes, I do. What do you mean consent? You're allowed. I mean, we don't ask their consent. If your great uncle has a funeral, you're forced to go as a child. You don't want to go, but you go. You don't. I swear to God, the guy was like, you don't consent to having a bar mitzvah necessarily. Like, you know, a little girl having a bat mitzvah, she doesn't know what she's agreeing to with that. This was their argument. And then the guy said, he gave an example. He was like, I mean, there are, you know, countless cultures who look at this a different way. And the other guy's like, yes! Yes! I've been telling this to my students for the past 20 years. And the guy's like, there's an anecdote. I mean, this is anecdotal, but there's one story of a culture where the grandmother fillets a colicky baby to make him go to sleep. And then, of course, you go, all right, well, you might as well be talking about corn and the poop and the eating the poo-poo, because I want to tune out at this point. I'm starting to get scared here. And the guy's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is the only example he gives, by the way, of like different cultures having different opinions. And then he gives what his list is one. And then he goes, and I don't know if it's true or not. It's like, okay, then you don't have an example. If you don't even know if your one example is true. He's like, I don't know if it's real or not. But I mean, you know, my grandmother did it to me. I don't see the problem. I enjoyed it. Did you just, what the fuck? Did you just fart into your microphone? What the hell?
That was crazy. I didn't see that coming. He enjoyed it with his grandmommy.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, my grandma always said, like, you know, let's just give it a shot. Imagine being the first mom where your mom, the grandmother, goes, what if I just sucked off your baby? I mean, the rabbi does it. Why can't I? Maybe that's why the rabbi does. Maybe they think it'll make the baby stop crying after its penis was mutilating. He's just like, no, don't worry. My grandma did this to me once. Trust me. I should not have mimed that. Fuck. Do not. Okay. Unclip this. Do not clip that. Don't send that to Adam Green, please. I'm going to get accused of being fake on the internet. So, although in fairness to the Jewish grandmother, she probably was, you know, in her head, she's like, oh, I used to do this to your grandfather all the time. Put him right out.
That makes it better, yeah.
Yeah, this is a real conversation two men had on the... This is like, if you thought the Patrick Melton clip was bad, like, this is like two Patrick Meltons just having thought experiments out loud to each other. Now, I'm not accusing Patrick Melton of being Jewish, just to be clear. Because, again, I don't think they're real. I don't think that exists. So... Isn't it crazy? Again, accusing a guy of being Jewish is an insult. That should not be allowed. That seems mean. That seems really, really mean, to be honest with you. Now, accusing a guy of being, but he is Jewish, I think that's allowed. If they're real, but I think you're allowed to say it, you know, if you're pretty sure. Isn't it also weird that, like, just saying Mexican is an insult? It's just a nationality, but it sounds
does feel dirty.
It sounds bad. It sounds really, really bad. There's like something hateful sounding about Mexican. All right. Anyway, Mersh. I don't even know how we got there.
I ain't. I'm not gonna crash this game.
Beep, beep, beep.
Hello.
That's pretty.
You're a pedophile.
Okay, there's a guy. He's Drake. Okay, his avatar is Drake.
I can see your test.
That's kind of say.
Well,
That's kind of say literally.
well, maybe if you come up to me, I'll see your test. So
What did he do?
Hey, yo, Drake, let's team up. Yo, think about it, Drake. Let's team up. Speed, Vylum, Momentum, all that stuff.
So now he's Dr. Disrespecting Drake.
Yo, okay. Oh,
Let's get all these kids together, dude.
These are really like, dude. Merge. At this point, these are actually kids. You can't. This isn't a joke now. This is like when Alex Stein is, ironically dressing in drag. You're Steven Crowder, bro. You're doing it. You're talking to actual kids. This is not dunking on Dr. Disrespect. Again, what was Dr. Disrespect really accused of? What was the accusation?
He messaged a 17-year-old, I think. I don't really know.
Was it a girl or a boy?
I don't think it was ever said.
Yeah.
But what are we assuming? What are people saying?
Girl, I think.
Girl.
Most people say
girl.
All right.
Yeah.
Exonerated. I mean, come on. Who cares? Fuck it.
The two-time and Drake teaming up.
Maybe I am Jewish.
I'm a 3. Hey, I got your Coke. Hey, I got your Coke.
Oh, did you see it? Did you see it? There's a little flash of something right there out the window.
Is that a boat threat's in?
Choose the form of your destructor. Look at that.
Done.
Oh, there he is. Now, unfortunately, we didn't have any pickles. We didn't have any henchman avatars at the time. But enter Mr. Banana. Mersh doesn't even see him coming.
Hey, underage people.
Clip it. I mean, clip it. Okay, so you see the banana man standing there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Boat. A boat threat is imminent. Now, Boat, when you were approaching Mersh in this moment, I'm sure your nerves were high. Again, we didn't know what the plan of attack was here. What was going on in your head? What were you thinking?
I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to go at him rapid fire, but everybody was talking, so I just started listening to what everybody else was saying and wanted me to say. So
yeah, I did just force my way, because here's the thing. All right, so I'm on Mac, right? I can't do VR chat. They don't make apparently. I guess these fucking these dorks who do Windows are too stupid and silly brain to figure out how to make a video game work on the Mac. They used to. The Mac isn't.
I think they're too Indian.
Something's going on. Nobody knows how to make a game work for the Mac anymore. They used to be able to do it. By the way, the Macs are now like more powerful. It should be easier to make a video game work on it. And everybody's like, I'm gay. If it doesn't have lights on it, I don't know how it works. So they don't make VR chat. So I'm sitting there and I'm like jealous, all the henchmen have VR chat. They're all bananas and little character. I want to get in there and say stuff to Mersh. So I just start screaming at Boat to say all of my lines. So this is basically just me, really. I mean, Boat is my avatar. My avatar is Boat, and Boat's avatar is a gay little banana.
Take my clone my avatar and tell other kids of what a danger Dr. Disrespect is.
Take those sunglasses off, you cross-eyed fuck.
Now that was Boat's line. That was Boat, pure Boat. And in this moment, Mersh is blindsided. And I'm not just talking about the cross eyes. Mersh doesn't know what to do because he thinks this is a random dude. We have at no point, he's been doing this now for a month and a half or however long. He's never been confronted in this way. So this is like out of left field for him. I mean, this is a scary, scary moment.
What a danger Dr. Disrespect is.
Take those sunglasses off, you cross-eyed fuck.
Look at him. Look at him. He's like computing. He's like, is this banana talking to me? Or was he talking? And he has to actually physically make his character look down into the hollow, beady shark eyes of this banana to figure out if the banana is looking back at him. This is the horrifying nature of the virtual reality, the Mershual reality that he's in now, is we're existing in 3D space with the man. We might not be person to person. It might not be face to face, but it essentially is. It's almost too good. It's almost too brilliant because, yeah, he could have been talking to anybody, but Mersh has to sit there and confront his own mind and say to himself, wait a second, I'm a cross-eyed fuck. And now the fun begins.
Just a spit.
Look at it, he's literally like doing the eye pat down on him, like trying to. There's an is that Ronald in the background there? That scared me. He is doing the math on this. You can see the algorithms flowing around his stupid little head.
I could whip that balls.
We gotta time that. We gotta time that amount of like between Boat saying it and him finally responding.
You cross-eyed.
And again, his internet didn't go out at this point.
Other kids of what a danger Dr. Disrespect
Take
is.
those sunglasses off, you cross-eyed fuck.
Here we go. All right, hang on. I'm gonna pull out an actual stopwatch move here, and we're gonna figure it out. Now, this might not seem like anything, but remember, I mean, most of the time when you're in a conversation, you essentially instantly respond to a person. And Mersh is talking a big game here. He's Mr. Talking Negro child to an actual kid. He's trying to get Drake to join him on his quest to rape. All right, here we go. And timing.
Doctor just a spit. Is Doctor just a spit? I could whip that balls.
That sounded specific to me.
That sounded specific to me.
Hey, which guy?
Wait.
I could whip that balls.
I got the time, by the way. I'll show you the time in a second.
That sounded specific to me. Which guy's the cool guy? I'm gonna add you.
Oh, really? Okay, now check this out. I timed it right here on my phone. There you go. 8.93 seconds. That's an eternity. That's 9 seconds. Yeah, it's 9 seconds. Let's just call it 9 seconds. 9 seconds is an eternity. Go ahead. Sit there. Hey, how about this? Try this out. Wait 8.93 seconds to respond when your loved one says, I love you. Okay? When your wife says, I love you, sit there in your head and time out 9 seconds and see what that's like for her. See how she responds to that one. So, yeah, that felt somehow specific to Mersh, which is weird. I don't know how he picked up on that.
I can whip that guy's balls. Yeah.
And then, what? Bo, why do you just climb onto the counter? What are you doing?
Try to get at his level.
Crazy.
Oh my god.
There you go. Oh god. There you go.
Your ghost hunter's sister.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna level with you. That one was too mean, too fast. I don't think we should have said it at all. If I'm being real, that one was me. I made Boat say that, and it was a bridge too far to say directly to the man. But when he was acting all cool about it, when he was acting like he could take it, he's rolling with the punches. After 8.93 seconds, mind you, I said, let's just see what he's got. Let's really test his mettle. I take that one back. Okay, Mersh, I'm sorry. I really am.
She's a spooky ghost.
Nice, dude. Yeah, you know, she's a ghost now. She's dead. That's hilarious, dude.
And now a banana just stares at him. It's wearing a little fucking hat. Like it's in a barbershop quartet. He's in a McDonald's. There's actually, I don't know if you even see this. There's another Dr. Disrespect standing here, a different guy. And his whole virtual world came crashing down around him. Suddenly, in an instant, in a sudden, Mersh was forced to recall that his sister is now a spooky ghost. Seth B says, but he's squatting though.
What else? Come on.
So which member of your family molested you?
Okay. Now, I want to be clear. When, we just made a big deal about the amount of time it took Mersh to respond. From this point forward, our guys are going to take a long time to respond. It's because they're in Discord and VR chat. They're having to listen over top of everybody. And I'm screaming into the microphone going, say this, you have to do this. So he's repeating what I'm saying. Like the timing is because of that, not because we don't know what to say or what to do. And furthermore, and this is not a joke, the video does not capture this. His internet's so shitty that there are delays. And so on this is his recording. On his recording, it seems like the delay is on our end. But in reality, when we were there live, I saw this with my own eyes. We were watching through Boat's stream. And on Boat's end, it seemed like he was taking forever to say everything. So, a lot of people were calling that out on r/Mersh. I want that out there for the record. I don't want Boat to seem like an idiot.
Not too late.
Well, I don't want Boat to seem any more like an idiot. So, this was entirely a technological issue on our part. However, that 8.93 seconds, that happened. That happened exactly the way you saw it. We all experienced that. We couldn't believe it. We were like, did he even hear what you said? So everything from here on out, that's what's going on.
What else? Come on.
So which member of your family molested you?
Oh man, nobody. They were foster. It was a foster cousin.
Okay, finally we're getting answers here. So we've accused him of being molested, stolen valor forever. Then I chose to believe it. I don't even remember why now. The lore on Mersh really vacillates back and forth quite a bit. What we choose is the truth. We're about to add to the lore, and it's about to be the worst edition of lore that has ever been editioned.
Awesome.
The fucking Christmas music playing in the background. It's not even Christmas anymore.
Awesome.
What else? What else?
See how he was like, awesome. That's the delay on Mersh's side. So Mersh is hearing it the other way, but that's the delay on his side.
Oh yeah, you're gay.
Yeah, my aunt rented a baby so she could get tax write-offs, and then he stuck his dick in my ass. What else you got?
Ladies and gentlemen, a baby stuck its dick in Mersh's ass.
Did you see it coming?
M. Night Shyamalan could not, Mersh felt it coming. M. Night Shyamalan could not have written a twist like that. Of all the, we were saying, uncle, dad, sister, every single possible thing. Now, he had mentioned before that he had a foster cousin that he wasn't too proud of. He's actually talked quite a bit about this foster cousin and all the bad stories and stuff. We've heard about this guy before, but at no point was it ever previously mentioned that this was the guy that molested Mersh. I would argue that a dick in your ass, even if it's a baby's, is not a molestation. It's a rape. Okay? It's beyond, like, molestation seems cute in comparison to that. Now, I have to give it to the baby that that raped Merch. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially an example of what I refer to as the perfect crime. Mersh, as an adult man, was raped by a baby. How do you even prosecute that? You can't. What's Mersh going to do? Who's he going to tell? He's going to tink the police and say, yeah, I was raped by a baby. They're never going to believe that. He's going to go, no, do a rape kit on my hole. Check my hole and see. You'll see. I'm telling the truth. I am the victim here. They would haul him off to jail so fast. He would be like, you don't understand. My grandma used to do something like this. Listen, there's no world where you survive. It's the perfect crime. If you want to get away with a crime, people spend years thinking about this. Crime thriller writers and stuff trying to come up with amazing plot lines for stories. How, you've probably even thought, how would I get away with the perfect crime? If I could kill somebody, I don't want to do it, but how would I do it? How would I get away with it? Where would I bury them? What would be the steps I would take? If you want to commit the perfect crime, be a baby. Even a rented baby, but if this was a rent boy, Mersh's cousin, the rent boy baby, bummed him. He got rooted by an infant. Okay, add it to the fucking wiki. I don't know. Put it somewhere. It needs to be hollered from the mountaintops. Mersh was raped by a baby. Now the question becomes, I think it's pretty obvious. I think we're all sitting there thinking the same thing right now as me. Did you come? Because if you did, then you had consensual. Listen, I would have to consult the professor on this one, but I don't know how it works. Mersh got groomed by a baby. Prosecute the baby as an adult is too late. The statute of limitations ended when the baby was 7. Okay, so it was never going to happen. Again, the perfect crime. Reincarnated with one singular goal in mind. Yeah. If I could travel time. Ooh. I don't even know what that means. Oh, man. Imagine going back in time. You go back in time and you do the one thing you're supposed to do. You go back in time to kill Hitler. Mm-hmm. And the way everybody says to do it is by, sort of a trolley problem kind of thing. Would you kill baby Hitler to stop Hitler from, well, I guess murdering all of those people that don't exist? Now, that's not denialism. I'm not a revision. I'm not Tom Gully. I'm not revising it. Tom Gully's in the friendship simulator. What's he doing down there? Come up here. Actually, let's get Tom in here. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Gully. We're talking about a certain period of time. We got to get an expert in here. Now, Tom Gully, if you had the ability to go back in time and stop Hitler from doing what you have referred to as one of the most awesome events in human history.
Never said that.
I mean, when I say awesome, I mean full of awe.
Aw.
Are you opening up? Am I your dentist right now?
Aw.
Now,
I'm saying that for the baby. I'm saying, aw.
Okay, so if you go back in time, you got one shot. You can only go back to baby Hitler era. He's laying there. He's got a tiny little baby mustache. He's going, wah! And could you do it? Could you?
Oh yeah. Well, the pervitine. No matter how good the pervitine is, I'd have to snuff him. Yeah.
You would do it. And how would you do it? What would be your methodology?
I'm thinking a garrote.
Maybe he's got like a grand piano in the living room and you take the wire out. And All right.
Yeah, I carry my own, but sure.
Oh, you just got you got 2 sticks and a string between them, and you just have that on you at all times. It's part of your EDC.
Yes, that is my EDC.
Tom Gully posting on Reddit his EDC. It's just strangling technology.
I go with birch because it's a strong wood that you can cut into a flat that won't provide any printing. Yeah, and then you can just use regular, chicken wire or something.
Chicken wire.
Very, very easy.
I don't know if you were a twine guy. So all right, now let's say you're in that scenario. You've got your garrote out. The baby's sitting there. He's going wah wah. He's Adolf Hitler, by the way. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, you get raped in the butt by the baby. And it's quantum leap rules, like you don't control when you leap in and out. And so right after the baby's done inside you, and you came, by the way, right after the baby was done inside you. So. Okay, maybe not that far. But right after the baby was done inside you, you leapt back to the present day, your present day. And everybody's like, "Did you do it?" And then you were like, well, what would you say to them?
They wouldn't have to ask if I did it.
Because they would already exist in a reality where
Hitler would have actually existed. So
they would remember that Hitler is a thing and why and who you are and why they invented time travel. Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you're sent back in time, quantum leap style. You have to leap to find your way home. You've just gotten raped by baby Hitler. You now leap. You now leap into the body of a Down syndrome man in the 70s, and you have a new adventure you have to go on, but you have just been raped by baby Hitler. So that's kind of really, eating away at you while you're supposed to be doing this new thing, and you can't tell anybody. And eventually you break down and you're like, this is real. I need to see a psychologist. And so you try to tell everybody, but it just comes out sounding like, I got raped by baby Hitler. Baby Hitler put him inside my butt. That's all they're hearing. They're like, oh, okay, sure you did, Scooter or whatever. And how come all Down syndrome guys have a name that's an object like Scooter or Rod or Clay?
I don't know. Whoa, Clay?
Oh, that was not a slight to Comedy She-Man, but he does have the name of a Down syndrome guy. Anyway, the point is,
I think the hardest part would be having to face Al. And
what's
Ziggy says you're supposed to let him fuck you in the ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what does Ziggy say about that one? Jesus Christ. And then like the intro has to change after that, where the lady is like hoping each leap is the leap home, but your face is there and you're just like in every single shot where you're supposed to be, a fucking black guy from the 30s or, an escaped slave or some shit. Every single time you're just like, fuck.
Or you're like a famous ball player in the 40s or the 50s. But before that, you just got raped in the ass by Hitler. So right as you're at the home plate, you got this look on your You got this baby Hitler, and you got this look on your face like, oh man, for crying out loud! Everybody's cheering you, and you're just like, yeah, I know, but I just got raped by baby Hitler.
You leap into Lou Gehrig's body, and you're like, and you're just about to step up to the microphone and give the famous off the cuff speech, and you're like, in your head from history that what he says is today he feels like the luckiest, man on the face of the earth. But you also know what Al's going to think if you say that out loud.
Yeah, and by the way, you're resisting the temptation of saying, this terrible disease may have given me a tough break. But compared to getting nailed in the ass by the baby Hitler, really, it's kind of a photo finish.
The credits, Al smoking his big cigar, holding Ziggy. They're like having fun, and it's just you sitting there like, oh, holding your ass like Mersh.
Yeah, exactly.
Just got two hands stuffed up your cheeks.
In the opening of the show where they show all the different scenarios, there's me as Lou Gehrig sliding into second base and then rubbing my ass a little extra long because it's that much more painful. Yeah.
History's crazy that way,
Yeah, it is. And tomorrow it'll be Let Me Tell You About.
Imagine all right, so you leap back, you get raped by baby Hitler, you leap back to your present day, all of them in this scenario they saw. they know what happened. They're like, what the fuck was that about?
Well,
dude?
they've read the accounts, because it would have been written
it's
down
history
somewhere.
now. No, this is now official history. Hitler raped this insane man who showed up out of nowhere. And now the worst part is, for whatever reason, before this happened, you gave people your real name. So people, like, it's in the history books that Tom Gully was raped by baby Hitler. This is like an official account. And then you become a revisionist because of that, where you're like, no, come on, guys, does this sound a guy traveled time and killed 6 million Jews? All of these things sound like they could have possibly happened. Really?
The kitchen sink. I'm 6'5". The baby couldn't have been more than 18, 20 inches at most. It would have been on a counter. I mean, how's that going to work?
The shadows, the smokestacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, back to Mersh being raped.
Come on, let's go. Come on, internet boy, let's go.
That's a broke.
You came underprepared, huh? Like
honestly, yes, but that's not what's happening here.
The same way you guys do in real life. You guys are as underprepared in VR chat as you are in real life.
Afford a computer to run VR chat, dude.
No, it runs fine.
Begging for money.
It runs fine. Mersh, you went in there as Peter Griffin asking children how to stop your game from crashing.
I lied all the time.
You got me. You got me. What else? Keep going. No, you have literally 600 people watching on Rumble. Go ahead.
Not literally. Okay, we saw the chat room. There were 12 guys. 2 of them were us. One of them, wild card. He was like also shitting on Mersh, but we didn't know who he was.
You have an open audience. I will not hit V. Go ahead.
Fucking Ugandan knuckles jumping in.
Do you know the way?
Podawful.com.
This is on Merch's stream.
Good one. What else? Red Bar's watching. What else?
Yeah.
Podawful.pizza.
Ooh, smoke them if you got them, guys. Come on. Listen, wheelchair Johnny's allowed. You are not. This is always pleasure, never pain. Podawful.pizza.
What else?
Podawful.pizza.
Podawful.pizza. Guys, go join Podawful.pizza right now. $1. Okay, there's a $1 level. Go join.
That's good. Nobody's going to give that faggot money. All right, that's cool. Keep going. What else?
He stepped all over the best link of all time. I'm not even going back to play it again, but if you want to rewind, if you want to leap back and hear that one.
You guys never show up with anything. What else?
What about the cheese on your mailbox?
My sister's dead. I got fucked as a kid. What else?
Okay, we didn't say that. And I don't think you were a kid.
You put out an album, you're ripping off David's Hell.
Let's go. Let's go. Keep going, bro.
Oh, didn't have anything for that one, huh?
Let's go. You got this.
Okay, so he's allowed to keep going.
Royce is a cuck.
Is he?
Is he? Yeah. Yeah, Mersh. And you know it. And one day we're going to finally do a show about this. It's honestly, Royce has gotten away with it for way too long. I don't know why we haven't really done anything. I mean, Royce is so boring. I do know why, but goddamn, it's time.
Even if Royce was a cuck, his wife will never fuck you.
That's fine. Have you seen Royce's wife? I would rather have sex with Aaron Imholt. And by the way, they're not even that dissimilar looking. I just believe Aaron probably has smaller balls than Royce's wife. Royce and his body dysmorphia quest to try to stop being a fat guy. They've both started taking HGH and test. Okay? Royce's wife is on testosterone, and she's got the big HGH gut belly. She wasn't a looker before. Now she looks like, I mean, it's like her body looks like if you took one of them old-timey barrels that the guy went over the falls with and you stapled 2 runny eggs on the front of it.
Yeah, don't follow Royce on Twitter.
He not?
I called you Mike Mersh.
So he knew both my names.
Oh yeah, this is important. Yeah. He's so Boat says that that InfoWars Alex Jones doesn't even know who Mersh is.
Will never fuck you. Did he not?
I called you Mike Mersh.
So he knew both my names.
Damn, that's some fucking 4D chess right there. Well, yeah, he knew Mike and he knew Mersh. He didn't know your last name or who you were or how those names relate to each other. You know, how do those names work in succession? I'm pretty sure, thought that you were Mike Lopez, Royce's wife. Which again, if Mersh was Royce's wife, the possibility of me wanting to fuck Royce's wife would actually go up a little bit. That sounded like something that Mersh would say about me. I take that one back, actually. That was a bridge too far. Yeah, thank you, Eric. That is a bridge too far. Royce's wife is hideous and disgusting and deserves to live inside a ditch, some sort of culvert somewhere, but obviously no one ever would fuck Mersh.
I know. I got Mike Mersh.
What else?
Just a squatting banana.
Royce Lopez and Mike.
No, keep going. You guys are killing it right now. Please keep going. This is what they are in real life, by the way.
This is not what we are in real life. I mean, I know I wear yellow on the show, but we're not banana. I swear to God, very few of the people that watch the show are bananas in little pork pie hats.
This is what they are in real life. I'm so glad.
This is what they are in real life. A wolf walks in and a banana floats into the sky.
This guy shut up. Keep going.
McDonald's? You get yelled at McDonald's? Is that why you pulled a gun on a guy?
I didn't pull a gun.
Oh, so you lied?
I just felt more confident to tell him that he cut in line and to please leave.
Oh my God, Mersh, don't admit that. So Mersh is like, he's feeling it. He's like, that's what a girl would do. Finally, I have the confidence to tell black people to be quiet. I have a gun.
And he did.
That's crazy.
I never.
Oh, look, it's your friend, Mersh. Now, here's a guy who would enjoy being raped by a baby.
I never would have done that if I didn't have a gun in my car.
Listen.
He's petting Boat. I didn't even see that before.
What else?
He's doing the voice. Hey there, little boy. What's this guy's name? Herbert the Pervert or something like that?
I think so, yeah.
What do you got? Come on, boys.
So in the middle of Mersh's meltdown, this is killing Mersh. And in the middle of it, a guy's just like, hey there, Dr. Disrespect. Talk about disrespect. This is the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen in my whole oh my God. Oh my God. I just had a brain blast. I don't know how we're going to pull this off.
AG Luck?
Sorry.
He has cancer, by the way, Chad. So
he's got cancer. You need to know. AG Luck Wait, why did you say? Wait, is he in chat?
You said
right now?
brain. No, you said brain
Okay, I thought
blast.
that
Jimmy
was-
Neutron.
I
yeah.
thought that was the joke. All right, just making sure. AG Luck, if you're ever in chat with him, he's going to let you know he's got cancer. You can't avoid it. He's going to just talk about his cancer and over. Listen, I get it. You got cancer. You know, Norm Macdonald somehow went fucking 9 years without telling anybody he's got cancer. AG Luck at every fucking turn. Anyway, all right. I got to share a concept with you. All right, henchmen, fucking pay attention. I don't know how we
Tell us what happened to these boys.
I don't know how we pull this off, but we got to make this happen. We need henchmen all showing up to Mersh's house at the same time. One of them dressed as a banana, one of them dressed as a wolf. What, like the most insane gaggle of costumed characters, all just outside his house going, Mersh, come out, Mersh. Because he said this is how we are in real life. This is how it happens. We got to do this.
I don't want to talk to you.
I
don't want to talk to you. Oh, you don't want to talk to me.
Are you tired already? No, keep going, dude. You're on. You're on, dude. Dude, you're the guy right now. You're the guy everyone dreams of being. Live on my show with 6.
Oh, yeah. This is my wildest dream would be this. Mersh, I know your wildest dream is being in a McDonald's with kids, but I think some of us are capable of dreaming bigger.
600 watching in primetime. Go. Bury me. Ruin me.
600 people are watching you on Rumble.
Yes.
I don't think 600 people even know what Rumble is.
I don't care. I made like almost $1,000 tonight.
2 seconds before this, he was whining about how he had made no money. And I don't remember for sure, but I would bet money on mybookie.net/XYZ. I would bet that 2 seconds after this, Mersh will say he's not making any money.
Make your point. You are here for me. I obviously matter. Bury me, nigga. Go. This is it. This is your chance.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, bet.
This is what. By the way,
Did you guys hear it?
Yeah.
You heard it? All right.
This is how you faggots are in
Oh, come on. He's allowed to say he's a gay guy.
real life. You panic and go, oh, and I'm like, can I buy you a shot?
Okay. Lenny, you were there. You're the F slur he's talking about right now.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes, I am.
I guess he means you. Lenny is, of course, the henchman who delivered coleslaw to Mersh IRL at Ethan Ralph's bowling event. Did he offer to buy you a shot? What exactly went down? I don't remember too good.
No, so from my recollection, I approached him and Royce at the bar and asked if I could get a photo with them.
A perfect place for a guy to offer you a shot, by the way, the bar.
Yeah, they're right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then some time passed after I'd take a photo with him and walked away. And I came back with the coleslaw in a separate event.
Mm-hmm.
But neither time did he offer to buy me a drink.
This is very reminiscent to me of a certain thing where he claims that he tried to buy me a Dr. Pepper and I was drinking a Dr. Pepper the whole time and blah, blah, blah. This didn't happen. And by the way, if you did offer to buy a man a shot, you're a gay guy, which is why you're allowed to say the F slur, Mersh, because you probably have offered to buy some guy shots. I'm starting to believe, call me crazy, that this scenario has happened, Lenny. It just didn't happen with you. Instead, I'm starting to believe that Mersh now lives a life of such fear. He's, tilting at windmills, shadows. Every single shadow might be a Podawful henchman. The cult is behind him at every turn. He can never stop looking over his shoulder. And at some point, he was at a bar and a guy approached him just at random. Some random guy wanted to ask him what time it was or something. And he got so scared that it was you again, Lenny, that he went, "Let me buy you a shot." And the guy was like, okay, I guess, fine, sure. And this is now the story he tells himself. Or alternatively, and I don't know, tell me if this is too far, he's a wet-brained idiot and a liar and just nothing ever happened and he is making all of this up.
I like the first option.
Okay, we're going to go with Mersh as a gay guy. Now, again, Mersh did actually, when I met with him in real life, he did offer to buy me a Dr. Pepper on a rooftop bar. He offered to buy me a Dr. Pepper, and I turned it down. And the reason I turned it down is because I am not gay. Okay? Now, this was before we knew that Mersh's entire MO is to offer to buy men steaks and drinks and wine and dine every internet guy he can find. And maybe if I had taken him up on it, I would have gotten myself a nice steak and a pasta to go along with it, something nice. But, maybe I made the wrong move in this scenario, but something about it told me this was a mistake. I'm starting to wonder if Mersh has ever successfully groomed a man by trying to buy them consumables, because we know he's tried it with me. We know he's tried it with Frank Hassel. We know he thinks he's tried it with Lenny, and he hasn't succeeded in any of these cases. This is a guy who struck out with a girl who already had her tits out and shows her cooter on the internet. He can't even strike it with a guy. I mean, what luck? What chances does he have?
With me that night, none. I came with Jeremy.
Yeah.
I left with Paul.
Yeah.
I've also came with Jeremy before.
Yeah. I think Jeremy left with Destiny, and that's where that video came from.
Oh shit! I never realized that could have been one. Like,
dude.
Oh damn.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we're like 1 degree separated from that video.
Oh yeah, isn't it crazy? We've met Destiny. We're part like that. That's a completely forgettable part of the Podawful lore. Isn't that insane?
You know what? I forgot I was in a room with the guy.
Yeah, that's messed up. Anyway, Mersh has also met a banana.
And then I do, and you guys crumble and run away.
Yeah, we crumble, and run away.
You can't even be even tougher in
just creeping up on it. Just the banana just keeps creeping up on it.
VR. So go. You have it. You are literally on the air right now, Podawful. Go.
Now he knows that's not my voice, right? But he knows it is my words. And that warms the cockles a little bit for me to know, like, to be seen in this way.
What'd you think of that cheese on your mailbox?
Has this?
Yes.
No, you haven't. I don't think.
Has this been publicly discussed on the show before? Because I purposely did not talk about this before. Should we not publicly discuss this? Should we just let that slide and let people figure it out for themselves? Or
maybe
why?
Fun later. I don't know.
Feds, do you care?
Pod after show. I want to play the video.
All right. Ooh, yes. Okay. Cheese. If you don't know the cheese on the mailbox story, tune into the Pod After Show. Podawful.pizza will be live.
Oh, yo, let's go. That was dope.
Tune in. You're going to like cheese on the mailbox, okay? Oh, my God. I wish we had video of the other thing, though. Oh, how bad does it suck?
Little sock feet.
The little sock feet, him running. Oh, my. All right, we'll talk about it. It sucks. That was so stupid of us to not record that. Fuck, man. But you have the cheese one. Feds, you have the cheese one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What else? You put cheese on my mailbox. What are you capable of?
Podawful's a very, I've been accused in the past of looking like, which I think is crazy, and sounding like Weird Al. And I'm realizing Podawful's a very food-focused prank show where, like, you know, all of his songs are about eat it and fucking foil and, you know, leftover foods and things like that. He's got how many fucking songs about food? It's a lot of food going. It might explain why I'm such a fatso now, actually. All this coleslaw and pizza and cheese on mailboxes.
Faggot.
Okay.
Whoa.
That was me.
Wow.
Cool. Nobody cares. What are you?
That was not Boat, by the way.
You capable of man to man, faggot?
Okay, dude, come on. I might have to switch over now. We might have to end this.
Oh, I could beat your ass.
Could you? Why did you dump cheese on my mailbox? If you could beat
the most esoteric challenge to make the Podawful, what else are you capable of? You really don't want to find out. I mean, because we might one day come up with a non-food idea.
Your ass.
Could you? Why did you dump cheese on my mailbox? If you could beat my ass, just bait me into being mad at you and then beat my ass. Why didn't you do the other cool guy thing?
Alaska could beat your ass too.
Oh shit! We gotta get baked on. This would be a good week.
Yeah.
This would be a good week to get baked on.
Oh, good. Another fucking Reddit talking point.
That's not a Reddit talk. That's a real life event. This is. You ran away from Baked Alaska. Well, forget Reddit. What does Reddit have to do with it?
What are you going to do? Come on, you're live. Do it. Bury me. Bury me in front of my audience.
He's begging for it because he wants to. You know, his sister wasn't buried. They had to leave her out to rot in the open. They dumped her like an old sofa, probably the one Mersh used to sleep on. So he's
like a burial at sea.
He's begging for any type of actual burial event. A cremation would be nice. You know, something. Put him into a coin. I don't know. We gotta. The man is desperate for a burial. He wants to die so bad.
People, stop giving me money. Go.
Shut the fuck up. I'm poking the eyes.
You got 5-year-olds to yell at me. Congratulations.
Yeah, like we paid him or something. I mean, you're the one hanging out with the 5-year-old. Listen, you went to daycare to find a friend. We went to daycare to find you. You're the one with the 5-year-olds.
It's typical Podawful fan.
Come on. Come on. Number one, we've literally busted Dr. Disrespects in Mersh's community before. We've had whole episodes about it. Pizza Fund. And number two, you are there with them. What? Are you upset that we're not calling the child a Negro? I mean... So in the chat, Seth B says, the Ugandan knuckles in front of him is named Ayo Big Boy Brush Your Teeth. And I think that's beautiful.
Why are you crying so much?
Why are you crying?
Am I crying?
Gambling this year.
Oh, is that... Oh, wait, Urquid, are you there too?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I seem pretty good.
Soon,
Spoilers.
You're bragging about
I'm trying to
dumping.
look inside your mouth so I can see
You
you're dead,
literally,
Man, damn, we hit all the talking points. All we're down to is bones and triangles, and I was personally trying to avoid those.
literally bragged about dumping cheese on a 40-year-old man's mailbox as a prank. What are we
Yeah, look, yeah, he's
What
nodding.
does 40 have to do with
He's
it?
nodding his banana head.
doing here? I would fucking shoot you if you came into my home.
We've been to your house like 50 times. No one's died.
What are we doing? Like, there's no comparison, dude.
Dude.
Hey man, you don't talk to little kids like that.
By the way, we figured out the hackers. Obviously, it's the retards.
What? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Man.
By the way,
He's
we
blaming
figured out.
us for all his crashes. This is the first night we even looked for him.
No. Urquit, it's the lore now. Okay? Always respect the lore. It's official. Podawful has been hacking Mersh and getting his when I said I know how Mersh's internet is fucking up, I know the real reason behind it, which I did say that. I said it on Reddit before this happened. I said, I know the real reason it's happening. And you know Mersh reads the Reddit. So he saw me say that. Now listen to this.
The hackers. Obviously, it's the retards.
We've been hacking Mersh's house on fire. All right.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to explain how that happened, I have no explanation. I can't, but it's true. This is the lore. All right. And any gaps you want to fill in, just use some dark spackle. Fill in those gaps. It doesn't matter. Just make some shit up. It doesn't even have to make sense. Mersh came to this conclusion on his own. We didn't even put it out there. It's real.
Hold on, I need a Dr. Pepper.
Wait, put more cheese on my mailbox, faggot, puss.
Did I tell you to say that, Boat, or was that you?
Yes, you did.
Okay, yeah. I saw Boat, like, he's kind of staring over at the drink machine off to the side. And I think I was just actually thirsty.
Hold on, I need a Dr. Pepper.
Wait, put more cheese on my mailbox, faggot, pussy, who doesn't have the balls to come to my door.
Tastes like shit.
Don't
Disavow.
talk to kids like that.
Yeah, I'm a kid.
Shut up, nigger.
Okay, all right. Hang on. Yikes, yikes. Oh my God. Mersh, you can't. Please don't say that.
Nobody was talking about bitch ass, ugly ass, pedophile ass, stupid ass, that ugly ass glass. Don't respect that shit on your nerdy ass face, stupid ass nigga. Shut your bitch ass up, white ass, ugly ass nigga, stupid ass nigga.
Ladies and gentlemen,
A little black kid makes him run.
they
It's so
always out themselves.
What?
This means that the VR chat, all the crashes and shit have been a bunch of fucking. It takes multiple people working up.
Yeah, Dark Spackle, figure it out. Do our own lore writing for us. Yes, put this in the books.
Hours of their lives, and
The fucking quill as it lights fire to the page with every stroke.
if you combine it, that was 150 hours of human life. Oh, we're gonna get
I would disagree with that.
Mershual's thing every time. Did he have anything? Was there anything new? My sister's dead. That's hilarious.
True. Clip it.
Fucking man. Hey,
Yeah, I remember when Boat said that. It sounds like Tom Gully after he just got raped by a Hitler baby.
fucking begging for money. Yeah, no, I made a bunch of money tonight. What's up? No,
here's what's up. Tomorrow you'll gamble it all away. Who cares?
I'm the guy who put cheese on your mailbox. That's a fucking cool prank, bro. What are you, 12?
No, all your friends on VR chat are. Did you hear me say that?
The guy got to a level where he begged to the level of going, I put cheese on your mailbox.
That's
Yeah,
not a beg.
You did.
That's if a guy ever begs to you by saying, I put cheese on your mailbox, you would look at him quizzically. I think a question mark would float above your head in that moment. Please, please, I'm begging you, I put cheese on your mailbox, please.
I hit it with a...
Maybe like a mouse would enjoy that. You know, he's got the little half circle door at the base of your wall and his tiny mailbox made out of a matchbook with a stick is out front. Please, mouse, I'm begging you to leave. I put cheese on your mailbox.
Fucking hose. Blew it off.
Excuse me?
Moved on with my life. I'm an internet streamer. People do things to my house. Like, what are you going to do?
What? Okay. Open for business, I guess.
He didn't come up to... But, like, you notice I pointed out, I'm like, you didn't come up to the door, did you?
Now, without telling the story, okay, number one, they did go up to the door. Number two, he should know that this is not the person who cheesed his mailbox. He saw them with his own dead eyes.
Jesse had a few people come up to the door.
Yeah, after the cheese mailbox, the next stream, he threatened to sue you, Jesse, remember?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That, by the way, that is what led to the big lawsuit and the criminal and the civil and all this stuff. Which, to be clear, it had nothing to do with, like, I'm laughing at it. I think it's awesome. I think it's funny. But I did not tell anyone to cheese a man's box. Okay. That was something that just occurred naturally in Mersh's world.
I'm like, you didn't come up to the door, did you?
Yeah.
Jesse had a few people come up to the door and try to be brave.
What?
Same people. In fact, same people every single time. I'm pretty sure, except one. Yeah, those DoorDash delivery people, they're brave, true soldiers.
And they rang my Ring doorbell repeatedly, but I just sat inside because I
fear anything.
Don't. Again,
man with a gun felt strong enough to tell people to leave the McDonald's line because he finally had a woman's purse pistol on him. But in his own home where he's got an AK-47 for some reason, he's like, I better just stay here with the cats just in case they have cheese.
It's 2024.
No, it isn't. Just to be clear, this happened in 2025. Okay? Not the cheese story. That's old. He's talking about right now. We did this the other week. Right? Am I wrong? Wasn't this?
No, you're wrong. It was
wrong.
12:20.
Urquit, you are excommunicated. No. I am.
You're right.
I cannot be wrong. Are you? Let's try that. All right, hang on. I'm gonna leap back in time here.
Okay.
We're gonna quantum leap back to before you answered that. Oh, Ziggy. And now I'm gonna go. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Oh my gosh, I just got raped by baby Hitler. Am I wrong about this?
No, you're right.
Thank you. It's 2025, Merch.
Unless I'm expecting a package or I'm expecting you.
Which there's no one ever. He's never expecting anybody.
I'm about to bust.
Oh, okay.
Like, you ring the doorbell and then I look at the camera and I go, I don't know that guy. And he's holding food.
And I start to think twice about what I just said.
I'm holding food. I'm official. I didn't order food, nigga. So I just watched you on the camera and laughed at you. I was like...
Mersh doesn't understand the concept that you could just orders food. We have ordered food to this man's house so many countless times, and he's like, they got to be in on it. This is a Podawful cult member. It can't just be a random delivery guy who is paid to do this.
Is this over? Like, what are you doing? And he sat out there for like 5 minutes and then eventually just left the food.
You know, what would happen if you ordered food to a guy's house?
Which was an empty bag of like literally empty containers of food, which, by the way, we figured it out. It was from a pilot.
Oh my God. It's Detective Mersh. He's back, everybody.
Station, which I don't have any pilot stations near me, which means you drove a long way. And by the way, Podawful doesn't have enough fans. Like,
then how do they keep coming to your door?
The guy who put cheese on my mailbox is the same guy that showed up.
Then what are you confused about here?
With the fucking food.
Because it wasn't a guy.
Like, you've tried so many times, nigga. I don't know what to tell you. I don't trust people. I used to be a drug dealer. I don't trust anybody. I'm not coming out and talking to you unless you got a warrant, unless the sheriff's department's here. Like, I don't.
Unless you're here because I emailed you because you're a cop and someone said something mean about me on the internet.
Or if you're a girl.
I ordered food. Like, I'll go out when I ordered food. And then I will meet the food guy and go, thank you for my food that I'm
a food guy now.
Consciously put the order in. But this whole idea of like, my house is like.
Oh my God. Are you fingering your house? What the fuck is it?
Kind of like reinforced with signs and.
Yeah, it's under some heavy reinforcement shit.
Lights and cameras where it's like, don't knock on the door. Don't bother me.
By the way, those signs and cameras appeared after these events. We directly caused the camera and sign.
If something's paid for, leave it.
Okay.
It's sad.
Pathetic.
You guys have resorted to everything in the world that it becomes like a thing where it's like, let's be a nuisance.
Yeah. I don't think we resorted to that. I think we started with that.
Why don't you guys stop being a threat?
You sure about that?
How come none of y'all are willing to be a legal threat?
Mersh, you should really talk to your friend Ethan Ralph about this move. Ethan Ralph tried this move on me once. It did not go his way. I'm a vampire, man. Look at I've got the Dracula glasses, okay? Invite me in. Do it. Yes. Invite me. You want to make it, you want me to be a legal threat, meaning it's legal what I'm doing to you. Sure. Then keep saying what you're saying. Allow me to come over. I will do it.
To me. Why is it always some goofy shit?
Because this isn't your enforcement shit, The Wire, Sopranos, fantasy make-em-ups. It's a comedy show. And if you remembered that, maybe you do something funny for once.
Because I live in Florida.
You're no different than Aaron Imholt, always wanting to box people. Instead, some guy makes fun of anybody in the Dabbleverse, makes fun of anybody else. All of a sudden, it's pugilism. They've got to start practicing the sweet science. There's no jokes being had. You want me to murder because of coleslaw? No, Do not allow the cigarette. Give me that. No.
They do fraternity pranks. Like Podawful's pretty much getting up there in age.
What, to your age? I don't think I'm going to catch up or anything. Like, I'm not aging. Again, I'm a vampire. I might not ever get to your age.
Not as high as I am, but he's up there.
I'll never be as high as you. Okay? That's not how time works. Even if you did kill baby Hitler and then get raped. I don't know how that would work.
And he's still doing college pranks.
It's bizarre. He doesn't know how old I am. Like you can tell he doesn't know. He's being careful with how, whatever the window of age is for me. He's like, he's getting up there. But he can't, we've been calling him 40 since he was 30. But he doesn't know how close to 40 I may or may not be. I might be past it, by the way. No one will ever know the truth to all of this. In fact, I am much, much, much older than anybody has yet guessed, but still somehow younger than Jared. It's crazy, I know, but...
AG Luck said, it's funny because if you were Nick Fuentes, he would have opened the door and maced him. No, I wouldn't have done that.
Bad example. Bad example, man.
I just ignore them.
I got a sign you ought to read.
You ring, 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 knock, 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 and I
banana phone.
Ignore you, and eventually I'll call the police.
Tink, 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 tink.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
It takes him a little longer to get in contact with the police. What with the typewriter he's got to use.
And if the police come and figure it out, they may not. But if any of you were actually like, oh, I'm gonna step to you in VR chat. No, step to me in if they kicked in my door at my house.
This is psycho, dude. We don't want to do that. We want to be invited in. We want to be allowed legally to install security cameras that we have 24/7 access to, where we can watch your every move. Nothing weird.
It would be disgusting how quickly they'd be leaking out.
Ew. What? Is this like a baby Hitler scenario?
They don't do that. They don't show up to events. They don't show up.
Lenny!
I did.
Up to these things.
Then how did you give one of our guys a shot?
Things. They don't
Also,
show
what
up.
about that secret event he had with all his fans we were invited to? Remember that a couple months ago?
Wait, what?
They had ROTC had like an event. They had a bunch of their guests just come in. I can't remember. Him and Royce did like some stand-up thing, I think.
Oh, that thing. Yeah. What happened with did we even cover that? That was like
no,
nothing,
we
right?
didn't. Yeah, because he wasn't saying it on the show. They were saying it privately, so we couldn't go to it.
Every single appearance and event they do now is a secret because we will show up. He knows that. He knows that they don't announce what they're doing or where they're going because Podawful will be there. That's the sole reason for it. We managed to track them down to a random Airbnb to send them coleslaw while they were live on air.
Hey, I got your coleslaw here.
This is, come on, Mersh. I mean, you just live in this fantasy world. It's crazy how he goes to VR chat to go to a fantasy world that resembles his real life. And then his real life is more of a fantasy world for him. where there's all these things, all these events that are not taking place.
Anywhere I am when I announce it publicly.
Yes, we do that every time.
They're faggots.
Okay. Well, but we're not Jewish.
Yeah, I was the guy that did the fucking play. Yeah, that's cool. That's great. You're such a cool guy.
True.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's another one in this video. I think, Urquit, we're going to have to show yours in the pod after show because I do want to show one more thing before we wrap up here. And then, also, fuck. Oh, man.
We have the one from the other night.
Yeah, I want to show that one too, but, oh boy, how do I do this? How do we tease this? But all right, let's do this. Let's go to, Dirk sent me a while ago we were talking about the episode from last night. Mersh is sticking his hands up his butt.
It looks like it was crazy.
He did. It's official. Listen, man, we write the lore. Okay, it's not up to reality to determine what's true anymore. What is the timestamp? 127.
Do you think that he might be sitting like on an exercise ball or something with the chair behind him? Because when you look at it, the back of that chair is so far from his body. It's like he's on the edge of his seat or just sitting on something else entirely.
I think he's on one of those hemorrhoid pillows and he's just like leaning real far forward.
Hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
Hemorrhoid. Mersh's body is so malformed that anything is possible, Feds. It's as simple as that. The chair, it might require the chair to visually be further back in order for the entire form of his light bulb upside down light bulb shaped body to actually squeeze inside of that chair. That thing is held together by what can only be described as dark magic at this point. Anyway, I don't know the answer to your question, and I was barely paying attention. Okay, so this is Mersh from last night. He is fingering his own butt. I don't know if we'll see that part on here, but he did talk about last night's show. He was talking about the Ethan Ralph situation and the Dick Masterson stuff.
Mary Jane, shit happened behind the scenes that was pretty fucked up in my.
Now, I remember Ralph was talking about a bitch named Mary Jane a lot on the show last night. So I bet this is the same person.
Opinion.
I think so too.
I mean, look, I don't know all the hot goss.
Okay.
I don't know all the hot goss.
There hasn't been hot goss in years. The goss was cold on delivery. All right.
I don't.
You would assume that Dick Masterson's fucking, motto is goss is a dish best served cold.
But, I don't know what went on between them. This is why I don't get on phones, and this is why I don't gossip. This is why I don't talk to people.
Because you don't know anyone or have any friends. You don't get on phones. You're caller Mersh. It's the only way you've ever spoken.
So I don't sit on the phone and shit out of my mouth about other people and think.
If you did shit out of your mouth, though, do you think Milo Yiannopoulos would eat it?
It's confidential. I don't talk to anybody. But I got to say this, Mary Jane says, well, it'll be fun having an 18-year-old at 65.
Fuck, is Angie editing this?
Huh?
Fuck, the gulps are so loud. I feel like
God.
Angie edited this.
Last night, I was almost vomitous over the mouth sounds of this man. His microphone picks up his noise gurgles, his slurps, his slops harder than it does his actual words.
It's confidential. I don't talk to anybody. But I got to say this, Mary Jane.
These are, I mean, there are Hollywood studios that would pay for these sound effects. A horror movie could utilize these in every scene. It would be like the new Wilhelm scream they would use this shit so often.
Says, well, it'll be fun having an 18-year-old at 65.
Every single scene that's supposed to gross you out in a Saw movie.
See, that's a shitty thing to say to anybody. Like,
okay, there it was. Did you see it? He just stuck his hand up his butt. You could hear the chair creak, and then he sticks.
But I got to say this, Mary Jane. Says,
oh, fuck.
Well, it'll be fun having an 18-year-old at 65. See, that's a shitty thing.
You see the arm go around his body. Look at this. And now watch the chair lean.
To say to anybody, like...
Both arms! Both arms! You know how we always joke he's got no shoulders. Look at this fucking creature. And where did the arms go? Creak?
You understand when you say shit like...
And he's like, you understand. You understand when...
That...
I'm starting to believe that some of these sounds are not mouth sounds, by the way.
That's you just like...
Gate your... What? How did he just click? How did he just click? His hand was behind him.
Anybody, like... You understand when you say shit like that?
He's putting his mouse up his goddamn asshole, this freak.
That's you just like trying.
Oh my God. And you know, they say a mouse, the point of a mouse is to interact with a GUI. This is the gooeyest a mouse has ever been.
To hurt dick.
Okay.
Masterson instead of...
He threw in that Masterson real quick. Oh, Masterson.
Making a point.
Dick hurt me.
Because I could have a child.
No, you couldn't. Dream on. Maybe in VR chat, and I don't even think there. When you say you could have a child, do you mean in a sort of disrespectful way?
And it would be even... I'd be even older.
I hear you're getting older, Mersh.
You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Who knows?
I do.
What happens?
Me.
Like, it's a shitty thing that, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're
yes.
You're taking broad shots at niggas now. Justin Sane for 5. Shout out Emma Navarro for winning me my parlay. You know what? I didn't.
Is this about the thing? Is he? We're in gambling talk again. Was this it?
I know. No, there was more, but I remember he starts talking about The Wire, then he's done talking about it.
Oh, fuck.
He's basically fence sitting the whole time, it seems like.
Okay, we'll play a little bit of this. But
I didn't know Navarro was playing. I thought you were thinking at Raticani.
That hand's about to go up his ass again, too.
When I saw it.
Look at him. He's... this guy's got a hemorrhoid or something.
Saw Navarro was playing. Bro, I did really good on tennis, and then I got killed I got murdered in every other sport. Again,
okay, well, there goes that $2,000.
And, folks, tonight, if the Clippers lose,
the Clippers will win as long as they clip this episode. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
I cannot stress to you how fucked I am. Every other bet I did tonight is dead.
Bet against Mersh.
And if the Clippers don't win against the Heat at home, I'm finished. Finito. Fucked in the ass.
Speaking of fucked in the ass, sticks his hands up under him.
Mary Jane, I've seen it. I have friends who've had kids when they got older, and it was rough. Mary Jane is based in right. Yeah, like you mean my parents?
Oh.
No.
Hi.
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 My name's Mersh.
Mike Mersh?
My parents had me when they were very old. I was 24 when my mom died. She was 68. I get it. You know what I mean?
No.
I get it. But, and then my dad.
You understand that 68 is young to die for a lady. Right? Like, that's not, it had nothing to do with her having you. Maybe it had something to do with having you, period.
I died like a few years later. I get that. There's a lot of shit I missed out on.
He's talking about Dick Masterson having a kid when Dick is old.
I get it. But
why is he relating it to him, though? He's not going to have a kid.
It doesn't. Mersh, his brain is a miasma. It is nothing. There's no semblance of thought or reality or if this, then that going on, Dirk. It's, there's a haze of cigarette smoke and Kratom and JMO and every other fucking thing. These aren't thoughts. These are like half of a fired neuron going on inside his head, desperately trying to make the leap home.
People starting a family is just one of the weirdest things. Like I just don't agree with you. I'm not saying you're shitty or bad. I'm just saying that I have a difference of opinion. I don't think that's I don't know.
He's like really depressed from this.
Yeah. Again, he's down here.
Oh.
We need to take him all the way to up here.
Maybe it's just as I'm getting older, man. It's like
You're getting older, you say.
I like goofing on people. I like when people are melting down and I can goof on it.
I like cheese on my mailbox.
There's certain elements of this thing that I always enjoyed. But then there was just other elements of it I'd never enjoyed. And it was the
part where I have to go to work, go to Royce's house, wake up, not play video games.
It was the
pretend to be straight.
I guess committing like a certain percentage of my brain's working power all day on coming up with ways to say hurtful shit to people that I get
all day.
It's funny to come up with lines and goof on people, but then I don't know, man. I just feel like this internet shit gets to a point where
it hurts you because you are a lolcow?
I'm a lolcow. If you follow whatever you want to call it, the sector, whatever you want to call it.
He was watching. He was another guy. Dick Masterson's watching. Mersh is watching. I'll tell you this, Milo's watching. Milo loves Podawful. All right, he's a brand new fan of the show. He tweeted today, he said, "Where's Podawful been all my life? This is the greatest thing ever." He bought a sweater.
Oh, he did? Awesome.
Hell yeah.
He bought the Clickhead sweater. Shout out to Milo. We love Milo.
You should be rooting for
babies.
Ethan Ralph's kids and him. You should be rooting for Ralph. You should be rooting for his kids.
Was Dick Masterson doing that at any point? I mean, Dick supposedly didn't have Ralph on his show because his girlfriend is pregnant. Meanwhile, Ralph had 2 different women pregnant at 2 different times. And every time Dick's like, "Yeah, come on the show, get drunk. Here's my drawer full of research chemicals. This will never affect children in any way."
You should be rooting for the mother of his children who, despite
which one?
His differences with them, you should just be rooting for them because they all had a part of whatever this is.
Remember this? I was DMing with Ralph earlier today. Remember when Dick went to the Ralph wrestling event, Ralphamania? I found the picture of him and Ralph hugging each other, taking a picture. He wore the Mr. Medicare sweater to that event. This is at a time when Ralph hated Mr. Medicare, right? It's obviously purposefully disrespectful to him. I sent that to Ralph. I didn't even say anything. I just sent it to him. And he was like, Damn, I forgot. I guess I blocked that out of my head. Thank you for sending this to me. The clue, the clues are there the whole time. Is basically what he's saying. Like the veil has been lifted upon my eyes. It's really sad. I don't know. There's something very sad about it where, I'm the only guy who's been telling him this whole time. Dick Masterson, bad. Jesse, good. Okay? Dick Masterson does not have your best interest. He's not your friend. He's not anybody's friend. The entire Maddox story is the story of a guy who you should never trust as your friend in any regard. Certainly not if you're another internet guy. It should have been a clue when Sean, who presumably was being paid decently, couldn't even take it anymore. Sean is Dick's childhood best friend, supposedly. And when you listen, I should have played it. When you listen to his big, I'm quitting the show speech, you can, they're essentially saying we're never going to see each other again. This is it. I don't think they've been friends since he basically started on the show. Mersh is sitting there with his dumb crossed eyes, watching this go down. He likes Ralph, he likes Dick, but he still wants to be friends with Dick Masterson and thinks that's a possibility. The saddest part in all of this is that Mersh would kill to be used by Dick Masterson the way that Ethan Ralph was used by Dick Masterson, but he's still Caller Mersh.
You should be rooting for Dick Masterson's child.
You could have just stopped at Dick.
And his girlfriend, who has largely had little to do with this and taken a lot of shrapnel. You should be rooting, you know what I mean?
You should be rooting for mushrooms in a forest somewhere because you are a pig.
To take a side in some shit. There's so many people who hate me on the internet and try to
really name one.
Make a name for themselves doing it.
Really? Name 10.
If they had a kid, I would view that kid
every day. I'd be obsessively viewing them, keeping files.
I was just rewatching Breaking Bad recently.
Fuck.
Remember that scene with the ATM machine when they're in the meth head's house and that little redheaded kid is just filthy and hasn't eaten?
A normal human being, Mersh, has a story about a kid they can pull that isn't from prestige television. And if we're talking Breaking Bad, we're half a block down the street from The Wire.
And Jesse's trying to take care of him.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? Yeah, these meth heads rip me off, but I don't have anything against the kid. If
are we still talking about Dick Masterson here?
Nobody should be trying to score a fucking point by being yeah, good luck having fucking teenagers when you're old, faggot, loser, faggot.
Okay, Jesus.
And I'm I'm getting soft, man.
Not the first time we said that. Ask Show Me Kitties.
I'm either getting soft or I just never had it in me.
Another thing that Show Me Kitties has experienced. She never had it in her.
Maybe
these are repeat jokes from Discord last night, by the way. I'm not remembering. I'm literally right now, for those who were there for it the first time, just coming up with the same joke again and then realizing I've already said this before. I'm having deja vu right now. This is just what I would say every single time.
I mean, you just called him a truffle pig last night. Just straight up. Just a truffle pig.
That one happened too. We did a practice run. We were writing the script last night for this episode.
Maybe I just don't.
I agree.
Really, I guess I just have a problem taking a lot of shit personally.
Oh, well, then you couldn't hang out with Milo, according to Vito.
I guess it just washes off my back, man.
Oh, yeah. That's what you're known for, Mersh.
I'm a
Mersh, the
lolcow.
duck of the internet.
Yeah. Like
duck of the
like
internet.
a fucking duck. You still haven't figured out how to fucking put that cord in the right spot.
know,
That
dude.
cord with his arm under it is so mental. That's like
that was
the,
bothering me
that's
last
the
night,
goon
too.
alarm. That's like the goon alarm. Like, how do you not hear it? How do you just sit there with that cord?
Adolf said, I live and die by my loyalty. But that's gay.
Okay.
Mersh.
Mersh effect. You sure? Mersh effect much?
Hey, oh, Mersh effect. Capo, come to me and kiss the ring. That's gay.
So join my crew.
This isn't pre-Magna Carta feudal era. This isn't. You're not a fief. You're not a serf that's serving this fucking fiefdom. That's fucking. You know what I mean?
No.
No.
Where you're just gonna get assigned to the stables and then you're gonna serve your fucking lord. Like this isn't. It's not. It's not Game of Thrones. It's not.
I was literally about to say, okay, what prestige television show has he been watching where he learned the term fiefdom? And then he told us himself, thank God.
Lord of the Rings. This isn't real life. These niggas are fighting.
No, VR chat is real life.
They're having a tiff.
I am a banana.
They're gonna end up talking again, and then you're all gonna look like fucking retards. That's what I'm telling you.
Who's the you all in this scenario? Me? Because I had Ralph on the show. Is this a sneak talk about me? I know that Ralph will instantly go back to Dick the second he thinks he could get a crumb of Dussy off of Dick.
You're all gonna feel like assholes.
I hope he doesn't.
Mark it. January 13th, 11:28 p.m.
I stuck my fingers in my ass on camera. All right, Bones to make us feel
Shit
good.
is gay.
And I think I know a thing or two about what's gay or not.
All I'm saying is, if I had a falling out with Dick,
from your
That ain't
ass?
happening.
You mean from your ass?
and then suddenly I saw people that follow me being like, yeah, fuck you and your kid, but not that you didn't say that. I'm not going to be a dick and say that. Let me take that back. I'm being a little hyperbolic about that.
Sure.
But you know, like, I would feel shitty if somebody said on my behalf to Dick, like, yeah, oh yeah, have fun having a teenager in your 60s, you know, fucking loser. Juju. I'd be like, why would you?
The Juju stock is rising right now. Invest in Juju coin. It's happening. Juju's taking over.
You say that, like, don't rep me and say shit like that to people. Like, I know I don't care for this dude right now, but like, it's not your place to just denounce his baby. You know what I mean? Like, I hope your fucking kid resents you because your knees hurt. That's weird. Don't do
His
that.
calf.
Yeah, I said that one last night. You should just give me the chance to do it.
Don't do that.
Dirk's now stealing my jokes from last night.
Well, fucking, I'm your parrot. You literally said that at the start of the show.
Right.
Yeah, you did.
Fair enough. But you're also my binky, and so
my bad. Even if I'm having a public spat with somebody, go after.
Oh God! Imagine being spat on by Mersh.
After them. I like when like my followers go after niggas, but like go after them for stay in the fucking.
Nah, what am I even saying? There's got to be a clip of The Wire that could explain all this.
Don't make the ref have to deduct points because you're going for the groin and shit. Just chill.
Sports, the thing I'm into.
You'll win the fight clean if you just bring, you know what I mean? You could just get in there and do your fucking standing game. And if it goes to the ground, you're confident you're going to get this done. Just do it. Even if
Mersh, the sweet scientist.
You got to do it on points. But don't start fucking hitting people in the throat and shit. Don't throw knees to somebody who's on the ground. Monty Dyke, Mersh lost that flow like Cuddy. No, you know what though? I do feel that way sometimes. Wow, the Clippers are going to lose. The Clippers are going to lose.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Tonight.
Let's get rid of that. That's plenty. Okay, so oh man, this is running so long. I know we got to get to this pod after show. I know people are going to be too tired. They're going to want to go Betty bye at this point, but I have to show you this one thing. Wait, where is? Oh no, it's this one. So here's the thing. I've been doing a lot of thinking about this, and I realized something. Mersh is. People are saying he's copying Virgie G, his hyena. We have a clip here that we're gonna play in the pod after show where we actually Lenny made henchman VR chat avatars. So we sent TV head henchman after this is the incredible thing about VR is we can really do this. We sent TV headed henchman after Mersh to DDoS him. We're gonna go over that. We're gonna go over Urquit fucking with him in the pod after show. Here's a little clip.
It's that I don't want to I don't care to deal with your fucking
This is Virgie.
The people that hate you. There you go.
We've already been messing with Virgie at this point.
Hello. Hi. My name
This
is
way.
Michael Stephen Shilly. I live at 327
This way.
West
This way.
Road.
Sorry, what was that, Mersh? One more time.
The people that hate you. There you go.
Hello. Hi. My name
This
is
way.
Michael Stephen Shilly. I live at 327
This way.
West
This way.
Road.
So he's just giving out his address on stream, which means we can now give out his address on stream. That's public knowledge.
We did it again.
Yes, this is the second time now we've made Mersh do this. He's so fluffed by these henchmen, and they haven't even gotten to him yet, that he's just giving out all of his info publicly here. It's really insane. This clip is so funny and so good. People have been saying that Mersh got all this VR chat from Virgie, that Virgie started it. But no, that is not the case. You know, I have been watching for a long time. I'm a fan of, people always say, Jesse, is there anything you actually do like on the internet? And yes, there is. There's a guy called Daniel in Second Life. He actually put out a video today that I haven't watched this yet. I've got it here in my tabs because I was going to watch it. Daniel in Second Life has been for years now the top troll of this type of thing. Second Life is VR chat before there was VR. And this video is called GTA 5 RP is serious business. So this one's GTA 5. But he normally does Second Life. He goes in there and he does. You know what? The reason I like it is it's very Podawful-esque. He basically does nothing and everyone gets really, really mad. All right, watch this. Again, I haven't seen this, so this might suck. But almost all of his videos are very funny. No way. Oh, that blow. And another way Daniel is like me is his shit gets removed from YouTube all the time. That blows. I know he's pissed. Anyway, Daniel rules. Check out DNSL. He's got 3 different channels on YouTube. He's still he re-uploaded it. I guess he all right. So he's still good. Let's try this again. There must have been something in here that was no good. All right, just give you a taste.
All right, what seems to be the problem here?
I've been watching this. This guy must have been doing this shit for 10 years at least. At least. I've been watching him forever.
Sir, you need to leave. What? You need to leave.
To leave.
What seems to be the problem here?
Your vehicle and leave.
What the hell?
The problem is you.
Me? What did I do?
Interrupting my scene.
Oh, I'm not supposed to be here?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just asking what's going on, and they arrest me for no reason.
But why would you pull up onto a traffic stop?
Because I wanted to see what's going on.
But what went through your head to get that nosy to pull up to a traffic stop? Just drive past.
Hey, that's not a felony to be nosy.
No, but it's really fucking annoying when you be nosy. It's just not needed.
Okay, but I wanted to see what was going on.
So this is, I mean, this is it. Now, I know this is not a great example here, but all he does is he acts dumb. He just acts dumb, and everybody in all these role-playing things take it all so seriously that they get completely pissed. Mostly all he does is go, yes, hello? What? Hello? What seems to be the problem? He just repeats these things. He's like almost an NPC, and it infuriates people. Well, we were watching Mersh live doing this VR chat shit, and he played a video, probably some wire clip or something. I don't remember what it was now. And the video ended, and it showed the recommended videos at the end of it. And wouldn't you know it, there's good old DNSL right there in his recommended. And then 2 seconds after I go, I think he's ripping off DNSL. I think that's what it is. 2 minutes later, he references Daniel and makes it clear. So even this shitty, lazy, nothing, unfunny content from Mersh, even that is him ripping off some other shit and doing a much, much worse job of it, just like with his stand-up act. This is Mersh's entire life. Every single thing, a ripoff. Every single thing is something that he is trying so hard to make it and finally make some money and finally be on the level of a Dr. Disrespect. This man is jealous of a literal child predator, all because he was raped by a baby. Tune in to the Pod After Show happening in just minutes. Give me a minute to set it up. We're going to go over to the Pizza Fund, podawful.pizza, get immediate access to all of our banned content, our premium content, and this live Pod After Show where we will go over more trolling of Mersh, including stuff that you guys, even if you watch _Mersh, you haven't seen yet. The henchman attack and DDoS Mersh's computer live on air. Check it out. Thank you to the henchman for helping me out, to Tom Gully, of course, for telling me all about his favorite guy. And until next time, have an awful day. Podawful.pizza.
Jesse made a good point tonight, and I hate to say, it pains me to admit it, but when you're right, you're right. I'm gonna cope and see.